And like I know people just forget about that all the time, but still, it's like if the only word you have is a claymore potentially, you can just run out and be a lot more aggressive. I think that like at least from what we saw yesterday, like that's just the name of the game. Like people just are aggressive. Like they play aggressive to a point where it like can sometimes be a problem, but they don't care.
Yeah,
So
I definitely
yeah,
agree with that. And like the nomads are basically impossible to destroy unless you can get like a nitro cell or an impact to try to get it to be destroyed, or you just got to try to bait it out for your team. So we will see gym bedroom first, which is
yeah,
kind of interesting.
yeah.
Going
I
in
think it's
first.
like
Locate and defuse bombs.
I think that has to be. I mean, it looks like a bait, but honestly, like XXL's lineup's not too bad for it. Like, you have the Capitao, you have the Ash, the soft destruction, and the thermite saturator. So you really have like a lot of utility here. That I think like maybe IF was looking to like cheese them, but I don't know if it's necessarily gonna work. I mean, obviously, like if they're confident on the site, that's fine. Like they definitely can win it, but I think that maybe they were hoping to catch off IF off guard, maybe with like Habana and potentially like a Jackal, maybe more like roam denial if you're playing that basement floor first. So I mean, XXL kind of lucking out here with the like first round of picks, but still, I'm interested to see how they're gonna hold this because I think that they look like they're going for a more extended hold, like the classic extended cache CCTV room hold. So
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to be exactly where the attack is coming from. So this defense is set up fairly well for where the push is set. As of right now, they've got a 4-man stack outside of the garage and cash wall. No bandit right now is going to be tricking it. Looks like Mello is all the way over in bedroom as he might try to rotate over. He couldn't even make it over here in time if Souza does not go. Oh no. Oh, the timing for Mello. The timing. Oh, what timing there from Mello. He'll take off the first exothermic charge. So, an excellent. I mean, that was just perfect timing for Mello. He literally ran across from the entire the other side of the map to get that. And it's just perfect. As he's now getting pushed in from garage as well. So, kind of a tricky situation here.
yeah, I mean, I think you're going down a lot of utility here. That's unfortunate. Like,
oh,
what
Mello goes for the quick 2K as well as he'll take down Tragical. So the Ash and the IQ, the only two female operators. Mello is definitely sexist there in trying to target those female operators. So definitely looking to see him get a fat ban here later in the round. As it looks like Razor is going to be the only one left inside of the cash room to try to hold off against his push.
yeah, it looked like XL wasn't expecting that much like of a rebuttal from IF, but they're still playing aggressive here. Razor's not checking the throwaway next to him. Gonna be peeking this hold, but he's not gonna find any damage. Vayne is actually gonna pick up one of his own. So a 2-on-5 here now. That I really think XL has just kind of given this round away. It seems like. I mean, IF was playing extended offsite, and XL had the utility to pressure them out elsewhere, and they just were not able to get it. As it does look like Vayne gets it down onto the Capitao.
Mello.
And it's all going to be up to Sosa here, so I think that IF just maybe getting a little bit too aggressive here. He's going to take a lot of damage through the softball, going to go for the flashbang and not going to connect right away, but IF is looking very aggressive here, looking for the peak, and it is going to be THS who finishes off the round. So, yeah, I think that, honestly, IF just looked like they were ready for it, and XXL just...
They did no answer.
Yeah, I think maybe they weren't expecting that type of like defense, like not necessarily the reinforced wall, but I feel like a lot of the times you see this map played and like people reinforce those walls, but they're not actively like banditing them or actively cating them. Like they throw the utility up there, and it's really just like a utility dump. When people want to take control of the server role, like they drop platform, and then they bust it open with Habana after they thatch it, and then the control from the defense is gone. But I think and IF like having a nice adaptation there, playing it a little bit more actively, and since there wasn't a lot of pressure there from XL elsewhere, they just were able to ban a trigger for free, and that was basically the round at that point. Like he gets 2 kills, one with the C4, and you gotta like think if you're looking at this potentially, if you're XXL, like that should have been your round with the utility you had. But I like the setup they're looking here now with the Buck. I think Buck on this site is kind of underutilized because if you can control that lower stock room, you can really pressure people off the cash. So I would like to see them make a lower push and potentially hold some crosses here on the upper platform. We'll see, because it honestly looked like XXL wasn't going to coordinate the last round.
No, they definitely weren't coordinated very much. They were really just making solo pushes in towards Mello on this cache, or the CCTV room, so it was definitely just kind of a lackluster push there, as it looks like IF is going to be going for that, they're going to be placing Inrio in garage and having Razor play from below and try to deny this Buck and the Ash from trying to make some holes up underneath the Bandit of Mello. So he's going to be charged with trying to bandit trick this main wall. It's already one Thatcher grenade off from Gorilla, so Gorilla Row.
I would just say Gorilla. Honestly.
Gorilla. That's a Gorilla, man. I don't care what anybody else says, but Inrio's already got the first frag of the round onto Tragical, as the first extra thermic charge will be wasted on the wall as well. So they're going to be only having one left in the pocket, as it's going to be up to Vaughn to try to see if he can't dispel this Jaeger from garage. This is a very powerful position for Inrio, and he definitely wants to try to keep a hold of this. That way Mello is able to safely bandit trick this main wall. But again, there's actually no more EMPs from the Thatcher, and there's literally still 2 more batteries on the side of Mello, so he could possibly just place these down and walk away, which looks exactly like it's going to be doing. And Razor is still getting pushed aggressively from below.
Yeah, this is an interesting hold because they're kind of just giving up that stock room with these castles, but XXL is not pushing it. He is going to get pushed in here from garage, and Razor's going to be taking a lot of damage. That Buck is finally in stock room, it looks like, so potentially putting a lot of damage up here, and Vaughn is going to actually get the kill onto Inro, as that garage pressure is really falling apart now, as the castle is going to be pinched in this connector room. So a little bit of a late hold, a little bit of utility wasted here from the side of XL with losing the Ash early and dropping the Thatcher charges, but still, Razor is going to be tasked to make this long rotate back to site, and he's going to be leaving it all up to the Mute and the Bandit. So really coming down to the wire here for IF, because they actually are going to be able to get it. I think that was more than likely a grenade.
No, it was just the skeleton key from below.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will be able to get the battery off, but he will lose his life because of it. So a good rotate there from Razor. But again, the main wall is going to be opened up, as Mello will get down one. He peeks wide onto the main wall and goes for a second as the trades come flying out from both teams. 20 seconds left, and they still have Mello playing aggressively on top of this bomb. He could possibly find another kill onto the person inside of the garage, but no, the flashbang come out. Mello doesn't know where he is. The push is going to come in from Vaughn, as he does not have the diffuser. It's going to be all up to Soza to try to plant this out, as Serpa will toss in the nitro cell. He will find one of the Soza, the last defender. Last attacker is actually going to be coming in through the main door here, but Serpa, with that shotgun in hand, will shut down Vaughn and put the second round on the board for Investigation File.
That was the God C4 from Serpa. I really thought it was gonna get stuck on one of those racks and he was just gonna not be able to get the kill, but he cleared the racks, got the kill, denied the plant, and it was just his round. Capital had to push him, and that was it. I honestly think that XXL made a lot of good plays there to get themselves back into the round. Like, they were really looking strong, and they easily could have taken that round. I think they had a couple of lines of sight opened up. They had the Buck below, and they had done a lot of damage to IF, forced Razors to take the long rotate, and they just like weren't able to trade off kills. I think they got a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too antsy, and then by the end of the round, it was just they weren't playing for trades. They were playing for plants, and that was it. I mean, it's another round for IF, so we are going to see them go to the basement, it looks like, and
yeah, I mean, that's kind of where they have to go at this point.
Yeah.
Unless they've got a good, I think they have a good strat for bar. I've seen the strat that I think it's 95 that runs the strat where they like castle off these main doors here. They've got an interesting strat for bar. I don't really remember exactly how it goes, but it doesn't look like Investigation File want to pull that out. least just yet. So.
Yeah, I think there's definitely ways to play that side. Like, I think it's it's the hardest site to play for sure. But you can play some really weird angles and some long angles and just pick people off. But yeah, they're almost like playing this map backwards. I mean, you start in the gym, then you go to cash, and now you're back in basement. It's like it's completely the inverse of how you normally see this map played. But I mean, realistically, it's working out for them. They're up 2-0. They have looked rather dominant in some of these rounds, other than like that mid round 2. So. I don't know. I mean, the chips seem to be falling in IF's side, so we'll see. Because it looks like XXL's not gonna have the Habana, so this upper kind of clear and setup is gonna be a lot more difficult. Like, you're either gonna have to decide to blow a hatch and then push onto this church wall, or you're gonna have to blow double hatches and just kind of run into site and play the angles. But
bomb located by attackers.
Surf.
Surf. It's
Surf?
already, yeah, he just walks right into sight. But
Yeah,
those mines
yeah.
are in a good spot. So, over the Legion, THS, Ethan, good on you. But actually, it's going to be tragical. He'll find the first frag as he's on the bottom of the main stairs as well. So an aggressive push here early on from XXL as they're trying to force this pressure onto IF before they can start this round going. But again, they're going to have to push into a lot of steady angles here as there's going to be a lot of peaks coming out. A Nitro Cell might even come through as it looks like they will open up the hatch above, and going to be about halfway left on this round. Razor's still trying to hold on to the backside of Church. He's got a few angles he has to worry about, but I mean, investigation file, they've got some pretty good positions right now, and it looks like Serpa's actually going to make that rotate all the way upstairs as well. So nobody really watching this flank for XXL could come back to bite them if they're not weary of it, which it looks like they aren't. It looks like Serpa has made his way up to the top floor completely undetected, and he could possibly get a very easy flank coming down these main stairs as Razor will find the first kill for his team, and the trade's coming back and forth as it's going to be Souza. He'll find the frag, but some more impacts actually come flying through. He'll get that down onto Souza, and Serpa will get caught out on that flank, and it's all going to be up to Razor now in the 1 versus 2. He will find 2, though, here, as it's going to be an ace situation here for I Am Razor. He knows exactly where the last defender is as the spots are coming out on Gorilla Row. Can Razor find the kill? He knows exactly it. He's going to get the ace. I Am Razor. What a play on the Cade shotgun.
Yeah, that was nuts. Honestly, I really think that IF didn't deserve to win that round. XXL had so much early control on the site. They had main stairs control at like 2 minutes, like we saw with the Ash, and they held their angles. They played most of it correctly. Like, they got the mid-round trades, and then they just pushed one by one into Razor. He got one with the frag grenade or with the impact grenade, and it was all over from there. I mean, he was hitting his shots, and that's the power of that ACOG on that shotgun. It's realistically just like a DMR. It'll really mess you up. And man, I mean, that round is on the back of Razors, no doubt. But still, it really buys you a lot of time here from the side of IF, because if you're not on that site, obviously you get to go back and you get to do your site rotations again. But knowing that you were able to hold that site and you potentially can be going up 4 out here with how this site looked last round, it's going to be very interesting, because I think that XL didn't look like they were coordinated on this site, so maybe IF has like a read or something on how they want to set up the defense, and if they can do the same thing that they did in that first round here, then it's going to be looking like a very strong defensive side for IF. But it looks like they are going to actually bring out the Habana this time, so maybe going for a little bit of a different approach. The more classic type of setup with the buck as well. I think a lot of destruction, but also a lot of pressure you can put out with those frag grenades. And then for the side of IF, I think a rather classic approach. I'm pretty sure this is almost the same thing they ran the last time they were up there.
It is. It's the exact same thing that they ran. I believe
the only thing they've changed out is like the mute or the smoke for a mute, and then for the cage. So they're looking rather comfortable on these operators, and it does look like they're going to be going for the same type of setup here with the bandit in servers, but he is rotating off, so maybe getting the sense that they're going to push this jacuzzi wall, and it does look like they are, as
Mello just knows, man. Like, he just knows exactly where everyone's going to be pushing. And it looks like they're going to try to double up the utility on this wall. Mello is going to have to try to trick the Hibana pellets as well as this thermite charge. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he's going to be able to do this. He will get 2 sets of Hibanas, but will not be able to get the exothermic charge. That's just a whiff of a nitro cell there from Mello. He's actually going to try to go for a pre-fire onto Souza, but he just walks right in and he'll take down the bandit. So already control the jacuzzi walls. It looks like Tragical, he wants to try to go for the main bathroom wall as well. We're going to be trying to get a couple of anchor positions out here, but again, these impacts from the Legion are going to be able to deny that. So good play there from THS to take off the last bit of utility from that thermite. But again, Serpo on these main stairs has the shotgun in hand, but isn't expecting a second push, as it's now going to be a 1v5 here for THS. But a nice cleanup there from XXL. We're going to put their first round on the board. So, I mean, that was a really good attack from XXL. I mean, they took control of that jacuzzi wall, and then they just pushed right into sight and were able to win all their gunfights.
Yeah, that was like almost surgical. I think they got the setup, and even though Vance had like the insane read where he goes over and still goes to bandit trick the jacuzzi wall. I don't know if they maybe like missed a default or something like that, but he knew, and even with that, they were able to double up the utility correctly. I was really worried about it at first when the Hibana just threw a bunch of pellets at a shocked wall, but they were able to really coordinate there, open up that wall, and then from that point on, I think that site really falls apart. Like, if you can't maintain either lower control or that jacuzzi wall control, there's nowhere for you to play other than like construction or connector, because you just can't go anywhere. There's so many angles. There's all these angles that they've opened up along with the windows, and it just makes your life hell. So, honestly, a good round there for XXL, looking to see if they can potentially build some momentum, because I think if you're looking at it from their side, like, this should be 2-2. They definitely should have won that church hold, and they just weren't able to do it. They kind of flubbed it. But now, going back to this cash defense, I think they had a good, honestly, they had a good attack on this side as well. Like, they were in the 2v2 with 20 or 30 seconds left, and if it wasn't for Souza,
Serpa.
Or Serpa, I'm sorry.
All good, all good.
But yeah, like,
it's Serpa, it's Inrio, it's Mello, and then Razor. And then it's Surf, Von, Tragical, Surf, and then Gorilla. Gorilla. That's just how I call it. But I guess Gorilla, it isn't Gorilla. I guess that is Gorilla, isn't it? Yeah, that is how you say it.
I think that's like the.
Either way, bro. Fuck it. I don't care. His name's Gorilla.
He misspelled it, but he's like, I think he's referencing like the tactical term.
Yeah, the guerrilla warfare or whatever that shit is. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just a caster. I don't know what's going on.
It's like, don't be a dictionary on stream and don't do math.
Exactly. Try not to like talk about history and other shit. But either way, it looks like we're gonna be seeing the main wall push again. So Tragical's gonna try to open this up with the exothermic charge. As a Gorilla, he's going to try to use these EMPs a little bit more effectively this time and see if they can't get this open. But it looks like Razor will fall fairly early on here to that push inside of the garage. If he's actually, I mean, he might even be able to make it away. I'm not sure what's really going on here. It looks like Von's going to try to rush through this castle, but actually he will waste a grenade on that and will be pushed off the angle. Is he gonna be able to get this kill? I'm not really too sure what's happening here. Mello will get one nitro cell, and they will actually get the finish off onto Razor. But again, the thermite's actually been downed off. As it's gonna be a second kill for Mello before he gets traded out. So a 3v3 now here with about half the round remaining.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit chaotic. Maybe the Buck kind of sacrificing his teammates a little bit too aggressive further down, even though they had that guy on cam. But now with a majority of lower control, the last remaining defender is in garage at offsite, but it is going to be Inrio who's going to pick up one. So actually proving very vital to this hold is now going to be Serva playing in sight, who looks like, or playing on the stairs actually, who looks like he's going to be pressured here from the platform wall. But yeah, Inrio here is gonna play a real vital point, because if he can hold into this garage, if he doesn't get pushed or get fragged out here by Surf, then it's going to really allow IF to hold this site. It doesn't look like Surf is creeping on him. He knows he's there. He's been spotted. Not going to find the shots originally, but keep pushing over. Inrio should hit the shot and does. That was a little bit of ball plays from both sides. They kind of just stared at each other for a little bit, but Sosa does have this wall open.
Ooh.
Stares right at Inrio in the face, and Inrio slaps him down with a headshot. Yeah.
He clipped that. That was a nice round from Inrio in the garage.
Yeah, I think he was definitely vital to that defense because it looked like they kind of gave up that stock room, and then they even gave up the connector hallway below when the Buck kind of pushed. And if they were able to take control of the garage, they really just would have been like sandwiching the side of IF. But IF picking up the round on the back end, Rio. So now it's definitely interesting to see if they're going to be able to pull off this 5-1, because I think if you're looking at a 5-1, you're really thinking about, man, like, we know we can attack consistently on maybe one or two of the sites. Like, just focus on those two attacks. Make sure we don't fuck it up. It won't be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically, like, their whole idea here is, I mean...
Defenders, protect your bombs.
They've got to get one more round. I'd say make it 4-2. I mean, this is a defender-sided map. So, like, this makes sense right now, why the investigation file is winning these running rounds. So, it's going to be up to XXL to try to push the aggression on their own defenses. And, I mean, they have to try to get some... I mean, if they get some momentum here going into the second half in their own defenses, I think that that's definitely going to bode well for their second half here.
Yeah, I think knowing that this is XXL's pick, I would have definitely hoped to see a little bit more on defense. Like, even if you go 4-2 on your map pick, I think Clubhouse is a map you can definitely get creative with some of your offensive takes. And if you're picking a map that you're not going to be creative on offense, or you're going to play not as a unit, then I think you're setting yourself at a disadvantage, honestly, in map bans, because this is a map that has shown through its life cycle that there are so many ways you can attack it and so many different pressure points you can hold as really the offense. So to see them come out with a 4-2 would potentially be a little bit disappointing, but still, you minimize the damage, I guess, and you're looking down the barrel of a 4-2, and you know that maybe you pick this map because you know you won't lose a defense. So we'll definitely have to see, but a good T-side, or a good defensive side map for IF. Yeah, I think they're running a pretty standard side again. Razors is going to be back on that kid, so looking for another ace, but they're giving up the main stairs control again early. I mean, Tragic is down here, and
he's looking for Valkyrie cameras. Like, he's just trying to face check for Valkyrie cameras, even though he's IQ. Like, pull out your freaking scanner, Tragical. Like, look for these Valkyrie cameras. I mean, like, where Inrio has, like, he has, like, there's a camera right above you, and he's IQ. He's not even looking. He's not even looking for cameras. They have a Valkyrie, and Tragical is IQ. Like, what's going on?
Dude, and that's a standard camera spot. Like, that is the default.
Like, you saw him look for it, but like, he's IQ. He doesn't need to look for it. I guess he finally found it on those stairs, but
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he's not even looking for blue lines. Like, what is he doing? He's IQ. You're IQ, buddy. You can detect this stuff. I don't know. But
this is a big
he's just going to walk into church and he'll kill Razor, and he's actually in sight now. He's on 1 HP, though, so he's going to have to play behind these black boxes fairly safe as... I mean, but they have control of sight, so it's not going to really matter that much. Surf is going to try to come and open up this wall possibly behind him, as it's going to be a nice grenade from Vaughn. And a double kill from Inrio, actually. She guns them down trying to enter in through dirt, but it's going to be a 1v2 now. Oh, no, a 2v3 now, as Sosa will get the trade. He's going to try to have to cover his teammate here, but he doesn't know what he's doing, and it's going to be Serpa to get the frag, leaving it all up to Surf inside of Church. I'm not sure if they know that he's in here, but it looks like they do have the intel, possibly with some cameras on the side of Inrio. It looks like Surf is going to try to bait the plant out here, and he might actually get to stick it. So, yeah, he will stick it. So the smart play here is he's going to make this a 1v2, but no, Surf. We're taken out by Serpa, leaving this at a 5-1 half.
That was another weird round. I think that, like, the IQ just got into sight so fast, and there was no comms. Like, he knew that he was able to get main stairs for free, and then we saw him run down main stairs, run back up main stairs, and then run
Yeah.
down again. And then we switched to a second for thermite, and we saw thermite putting a thermite charge on the floor of what I believe was above armory. And it's still like, you know, this guy has main control. Just walk down with him, and you can open up this church site and really play these angles. And it just looked like there was no communication because the IQ just kind of said fuck it and ran in, got a kill, and then got traded off with the 1 HP, and the round quickly snowballed from there. I think Inrio playing a big point there, stopping that dirt push was definitely easy, or was definitely major for the side of IF, because you could just kind of, you know, that when you get those 2 kills, there's nobody else coming. Like, there's not going to be a third man pushing from dirt, so you can just focus on holding blue and holding church.
Like,
Attackers need to locate and defuse
and like you
as
said,
many bombs as they can.
I didn't really understand what that Valkyrie or that the IQ was doing. Like he literally, I don't think he used his scanner once that entire round.
Yeah, I honestly don't. Yeah, and I don't think he took it out unless he took it out to like make sure it still worked when he spawned in. Like that was nuts, because he knew he had control, and if you relay that to your team, like, you can really get so much pressure on that site. But XXL is really putting themselves in a hole now. I mean, I think definitely 4-2 is not awful for
10 seconds.
this defense, but man, 5-1 on your map pick, and now you have to go play defense it's not the worst.
No.
Obviously, it could be 6-0, but it's still, you're gonna have to play perfect almost. You can't give up any easy frags. You can't give up man advantages, because you don't have a lot of lifeline here. Like, you do not have a lot of space to work with. But we are gonna see them go into this cash room site first, so a little bit of a switch up. I think cash room and basement are like generally the 2 sites that everybody picks first. I don't know why IF was picking that upstairs gym, but you know, it worked once, so hey, hats off to them. But Surf gonna be playing a little bit aggressive here, going into strip, and yeah, it definitely looks like IF is playing a little bit more aggressively for the picks, but they're just don't look like they're potentially preventing some of these utility usage. Surf definitely looks like he's going for the run out here. Gonna be peeking into garage, and the buck is kind of waiting there. He's gonna look. He's not gonna. Oh no! Not like this. Not like this. He missed almost an entire clip in the Jaeger, and that is just. Soza's on 1 HP too. Like, this is, you do not have the room for this, and so is the Legion. It looks like Legion down.
Man.
This is all spiraling out of control here quickly for the side of IF. Vonator does get a kill back, or yeah, for the side of XXL. Vonator does get a kill here, so definitely drawing it even, but 4 essentially 2 now, and it is 42 officially now. But Darrell finds 1. It's gonna be with a minute 30 seconds left. Vonator is gonna have to get aggressive here. Gonna go for the peak, not gonna find anything.
What?
Oh, what? I didn't even. It's the down in. Vonator's going absolutely massive to win a round for XXL. What the hell?
What's he doing? Like he just knows that the guy was on the roof. He just fries him. I believe that was a 4K for Vaughn. He's just cracked. Like, you just saw him peek the guy on the roof. He just walked out, peeked the guy on the roof, peeked the guy in garage, and then just hopped over the window and killed Razor on the Capitao. Like, wow.
That was nuts. That shot up onto the guy above platform was insane. That's one of those little Call of Duty moments, the quad feed. Because I definitely think he did get a quad, and it's just... Man, Vonator, like, absolutely saving the round there for XXL. Because it looked like it looked like they were definitely trying their hardest to throw it away. Like, you're peeking people, you're playing over aggressive, you cannot afford to do this. And despite it all, man, Vonator's a hero for them, and that's one of those ones where you draw it even if you're IF, I think. Like, you look back at that Razor round and you're like, ah, man, well, we had Razor step up and save our ass, and they just had the same for Vonator, but that definitely stings, because you had the plays, and I don't know what Capitao was doing being a bot and just, like, standing up reloading, asking to be killed, but I gotta give credit to Vonator, man. He hit the shots, he hit the flicks, like, he was on.
Von goated, bro.
Yeah.
Von goated. Yeah, like Razor said in chat, he literally killed 3 people not even, like, looking at him. But, I mean, either way, what a round for Von. A 4K for the Valkyrie, so. We'll be going right back on to the Valkyrie, because everyone knows whenever you get a 4K with somebody, you gotta go right back to that operator.
You don't
no way
lose
you
that
can
operator.
switch that up.
You got the hot hand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's still 2-5, and it's gonna be basement this time for XXL. So they I like the lineup that they've got going on here. The bandit is the bandit's good for bandit tricking the church wall, but I mean that's what Souza's gonna have to do. Like you gotta see Souza bandit trick that church wall.
They're definitely playing it differently with potentially holding that main stairs more aggressively, but yeah, gonna be playing with one of the echoes up here actually, which is kind of interesting, because that's a long trip back down. But yeah, Tragic is gonna get peeked, and THS finds the kill. You had the guy on the Valve cam, and you do not get the kill. And we know the echo was sitting there watching it, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe
he knows easier too.
Oh, he's gonna peek him. Oh, he's okay. He's not gonna be exposed, but
I thought he was on the box. I thought that's what that was.
Yeah, I thought he was either like in the doorway on the box. He's gonna see the arm, and Gorilla's gonna find one. TH is gonna spray, but not gonna find the kill. Gonna throw the Thatcher down, and it's gonna be up to the bandit here to prevent some more of this push. But yeah, XXL getting a little bit lucky. We're there with the trade back, but THS gonna potentially drop into Moto here, as it does look like IF has established a solid hold on this main stairs. But Vonator and Souza in church, it's really gonna be up to those two to prevent this push. It looks like they're kind of stacking into here.
Souza needs to come bandit trick. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why he's peeking Serpa right now, and like Serpa is just gonna fry him. Von's gonna try to peek him as well, but THS will fry him. So this makes this a 1v4 now, as Inrio will shut down Gorilla, leaving it all up to Surf on the Echo. So you know this man has got the greatest recoil control known to man. And he's going to be echoing a few people here as he tries to go for the pre-fires. But in a post-plant position with only about a minute left, or with a 1v3 situation, it doesn't look like it's going to be around for Surf to win, unless he has a couple good shots. But there are low HP here for the attack, but it's not going to matter as THS will land the headshot needed to take down the Echo. So match point now for Investigation File.
Yeah, that was interesting. I definitely think that Souza kind of threw. Like he played so aggressively with that peek in church that he just got picked, and you're looking at it like, man, you are the sole utility here. And I don't know how many Thatchers were left, but I know there was at least one gone. I think there might have even been two, but still, like you know you have to hold that church wall, or else that site is gone. So if you just give it up and you try to peek and you get over aggressive, then I mean you're doing your team just as much of a disservice, because now your team's down another man and you're just really going to be struggling. But man, XXL is definitely looking like they're struggling here, so I'm hoping to see them turn it around just for the sake of the match. But IF has really been banging. I mean, despite that round from Vonator, like IF has really looked strong on their defenses, and on these attacks too. Like they looked pretty coordinated. I liked XL being a little bit more aggressive on that main stairs, but I think it was kind of like a fake almost. Like they played on the stairs and they lost that kill into Tragics, and it was just over from there. Like Tragics lost control of that stairs, and then they just gave up so much. Like I don't know. They're gonna switch onto the Vigil here, which I think is kind of interesting. Gonna be dropping the Echo, and I honestly am not a big fan of this. Like I almost was gonna recommend them go for a Cade instead of potentially somebody else, maybe like potentially dropping the Valk if you're gonna run the Echo, because I think the ACOGs on this site are super useful for the angles you can hold. But they're gonna instead opt to go with this Vigil. He's gonna go for the peak, so obviously XXL is getting a little bit desperate here, and I don't know, man. I really dislike dropping the ACOG on this site, because I think that it's so strong with the dirt push, and even like everywhere you have to push from, you can hold a nice long angle on the ACOG.
Yeah, I just don't like that they dropped the Echo. Like I just think that Echo is just so useful with the way that his drones are played now and how invisible they are, that I just don't think that he's an operator that you really want to be dropping for a site like Basement. It just gives you so much cover. But it looks like the Vigil's going to be working out here for the start, as he will find one kill onto Inrio. He'll make his way into Garage as well as the drones start to come flying through. And he could possibly catch this Capital if the drones aren't going to spot him out. But no, it looks like Razor knows exactly where the Vigil is. Oh, but the timing there as Vaughn does peek, and it will allow for the Vigil to make his way to a little bit more safe position. But either way, it looks like they're going to be trying to pinch out this Vigil. No, actually, he's going to rotate back on the side. So a good rotate there from the Vigil, as Surf will get a kill onto THS. So Thatcher and Buck down. Those are two good operators. Thatcher is going to be useful for those bandits, as well as the Legion traps, ADSs, Valkyrie cameras, and then Buck is not going to be playing inside of the kitchens. So not going to be able to find those angles that you would have with the skeleton key.
Yeah, you really neutralize like a lot of the utility from IF, but XXL going to be playing a little bit more aggressive here. It does drop off that main stairs hold, so they're going to really be up to the bandit again here because they've already got the hatches open and they don't have a K to deny it. So realistically now, it's going to come up to IF pushing these long angles now. And this is the time where I think, obviously you got the picks with the operators you have, but still, you'd really love to have like an ACOG here on these lines of sight because there's going to be a down there from Tragical, and he's going to get the kill, but he's going to be refragged. His monitor. Tragical's got one more. It's going to be all up to the Capital of Razors. We've seen him work his magic before on this site while playing defense. So I definitely believe he's got it in him. He's got the juice, and he's gonna get timing again, man.
Oh no.
Not like this. Why?
He's just gonna kill himself, man. He's not gonna let them get the kill. No KD boost for you, XXL. So Razor, yeah, the ultimate play right there.
I didn't see how much time was left. But I didn't see how much time was left, but honestly, like if you're at that point where it's like, I'm just gonna kill myself, just run out and take the tactical. Like,
you gotta go for the kill. You gotta try to kill yourself. You gotta burn yourself alive. That's how you play it. No tactical timeouts on Xbox. Yeah. They're just trying to go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
All aim, no brain. So
that's exactly what Xbox is.
It's definitely an interesting play.
Oh yeah. So it's back to CCTV and cash for XXL, which is, I mean, the first site that they were able to win. And it was a pretty good defense on that top floor. So I look for them to possibly set it up the same way. They're going for a different strategy than we saw at Investigation File. They went for the castle to try to hold the downstairs, but it looks like we're going to be seeing that. And no nitro cell, no like on the mute either. So it's kind of interesting. They're going to bring the Valkyrie, I believe, instead. I think they're
dropping the Vigil. They dropped the Vigil.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's utility open to them. Like, I think on this map, with the way the current meta is, there's not a lot of like play. Like we always see Jackal banned, and with him unbanned, I think on this map it's not as big of a deal because the roam play just isn't as big of a deal anymore. But honestly, like I'm kind of disappointed that they're not taking like utilization of that whatever. Oh, I can't think of what
attackers are moving out
right now. Of the Echo. Yeah, there it is. Like on this site, it can be so good on some of these holds, and if you're able to play and anchor down in that cash room, you're really able to deny a lot of pressure here from the side of IF when they're pushing. But you know, XXL is gonna roll for the comfort pick, so I can't necessarily blame them. I think the smoke's really good on this site. And realistically, if you can get some good Val cams, they are too. So
yeah,
if it's a comfort pick, you know, I don't mind it. But there's definitely been points here where the utility is up for them to take, and it's a utility that's been proven to be strong, and they're just not taking it. So
that was like a good bandit trick by Vaughn, or not by Vaughn, by Souza. Yeah, and he comes off that angle. That's good that he like just get one of the utility off and then just rotate back to the main wall because you don't really need to be bandit tricking that for too long. You're basically just signing yourself for a death warrant, but it's definitely a power move to try to at least deny a little bit of utility there. As the main wall is going to be easily opened up without that castle. The Capital is just able to shoot his firebolt through that window. So I mean that's the key of bringing a castle. You're able to deny that firebolt and at least deny the main wall from getting opened up early on. And there's not even anybody holding onto the garage, so Inrio is just able to walk right up. But what?
Oh no!
Oh, what are you doing, THS? You saw that your player's inside a garage, just not having those outlines on it. And that's like he just gets a freak pick, I guess. I mean, nice pick by THS to take down the buck of Inrio. So. Again, nobody's inside garage, so you don't have to worry about that, THS, but it looks like they're going to be trying to go for this push onto the main wall now. Is going to be using the exothermic charge with no buck left on the board to try to open up this angle onto the back wall. So about a minute left and a man advantage right now for XXL.
Yeah, there's no pressure coming in there from IF. Like they're able to hold these angles. There's nobody pressuring those main stairs, so they're sitting in garages, they're sitting out on platform, and realistically, see, look at this. Smoke is able to play from below and burn a lot of utility while they have control of garage.
What's he doing?
Oh no, he's getting aggressive.
What are you doing?
There's no reason to do that, Surf. But Surfer's gonna run and get the plant down, and now it's all gonna be up to utility. The C4 is gonna come out and find it, so real big plays there from Sosa, but it's still, they have so much control of this A bomb site. You're only gonna have so many C4s as the plant starting to go again. Race is gonna find 1, 2, 3. Another team kill from the side of IF. Sosa's gonna pick up one. Gonna be a 2-on-1 for the Habana. Gonna get a nice shot there on a Sosa, but it's all gonna be up to the 4 health of the Jaeger. He's gonna peek. Please don't potato this again. As he's gonna go for the frag with the pistol. Oh my god, Thane is gonna find the kill. And that is gonna be the round. That's tragic, but
that is tragical. Ha! Get it? Tragical. Ha! Oh, look at this. Oh, the elite.
Oh.
But yeah, that's map number 1 in favor of IF. I mean, pretty easily, I'd say. But
man, Vonnier was fragging out there too, and just not able to get it done. And honestly, so was IF. IF killed their own teammates as much as they killed the enemies. So you know.
I know. I mean, all right. I guess they are ready.
I guess so.
So yeah, we'll be map number 2 here, and we'll be border. So I gotta reset this overlay. So yeah, again, map number 1 went in favor of investigation file of a score of 7-3. So
yeah, that was I don't know. That was definitely interesting. I think IF looked really strong on both sides. They looked coordinated on their attacks, and yeah, we're gonna see the Thatcher ban.
Just bored. I was in their party before this, just chilling with them, and they were talking about how they wanted to ban the Thatcher, trying to play a little bit more like they're trying to make this more strategical because they know that XXL is going to be relying heavily on their gunfights. So definitely a good play to try to take away the Thatcher that really causes teams to try, like, because Thatcher's a big part of a lot of pushes, and not always. Like, it's hard when you don't have a Thatcher to try to get rid of Legion traps, ADSs, bandits, just anything, Cades, Valkyrie cameras. So
Thatcher's very interesting, at least in the current meta, because of the way, like, because of so much active tricking that happens with the Cade and the bandit, that you essentially know if you're like in a man advantage. Let's say you're up 5-4 and the bandit's still alive. You can essentially force a 4-on-3 with your team because you know you're either gonna get this wall open or you're gonna have to have somebody dedicated to actively tricking you. Mm-hmm. So you can force man advantages around the map that I think are really strong. Other than that, some interesting bans. Did I just see Ella banned?
Ella ban is typical on console because of the shotgun.
Okay, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense with some of the shorter angles. I was gonna say just.
You see Sosa running in Finca. Oh, never mind. Mm-hmm. He might 6-pick that. I'm guessing he's gonna try to 6-pick that. But he's more than likely gonna be running the sausage. So like shotgun's a big thing on Xbox, and it can be really annoying for a lot of people. And it looks like no, actually Sosa's gonna 6-pick the Montaigne. So I like this 6-pick. I think that's gonna allow them to be able to try to take these batteries off the wall and try to get some utility. But they're gonna have to be worried about this Legion because the Legion is a big counter to any shield player, so definitely look to see the Legion try to be a big impact role in this round.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're gonna need to have the IQ coordinate with the Montaigne to ensure that he can play safely. But other than that, I honestly like XXL's lineup here because on this map you can't play another site person. Like, you can go ventilation, but man, the rest of the sites on this map are rough. Like, security or going into the bathroom/tellers area is just like both of those sites suck to hold. So like,
10 seconds
you
left.
know that they're gonna be playing this site. This map usually revolves a lot around how people can successfully
5
hold this
seconds
site,
to insertion.
transition those type of holds into other places. So this looks like a pretty standard setup with the deployable and everything, and like having THS playing that bunker spot. So yeah, everything looks pretty standard here. I mean, it's been a while since I've watched a border game. I don't know where you're going. You're really
Yeah,
taking
we're
us
just,
out
we're just gonna
underneath there.
spectate out here, bro. Like, what is
What-
this? Why am
is
I
the-
allowed to go all the way out here?
You're out here, like
Bro,
in
I'm
the-
out here, boy. Like, this is border for you guys. Like, this
Yeah.
map is the oldest map in the pool, I think, the competitive pool, except for, I guess, Cafe, but
It's the oldest non like whatever it's called.
no,
Non-edited map.
yeah, it's the oldest DLC map.
Yeah.
So, I guess a DLC map. I guess that's what you call it. I don't even know if that's what you
Yeah.
call it. But
Well, I mean, yeah, technically because it was what Operation.
yeah, but it's not like it's digital content. So, either way, it's one of the older maps in the pool, and it's still pretty fucked up. So, looks like they're gonna try to make this push onto the main wall happen. It's Tragical. He's gonna take down the Maestro, I believe. Yeah, that's gonna be Inrio playing that Maestro. He's gonna take it out early on. So, not sure where the Maestro was playing, but either way, some nice shots from Tragical to be able to find out a lot of utility off the board early on. As he's gonna try to go for a few grenades here and possibly try to see if he can't take out anybody playing these anchor spots. But Vaughn goes with the prone shot and will take down THS. So this first round already looking very strong here for IF, as Mello is going to push his way in and try to see if he can't deny any push power from this Montaigne. But he's going to be pushing very strong here, as he's actually going to get knocked off with that gas canister. The plant possibly going to come down here from Gorilla Row, as a Nitro Soak could possibly come flying through. Will it take out the Montaigne? I don't know what Souza was doing there, but that's your Montaigne off the board, and looks like Surfer will take down Surf on metal. So this is now a 3v3 with about a minute left, and everybody's stacked on this main wall. So it's gonna be very winnable for the attack, as it looks like the mute might go for a rotate, but no, the grenade comes flying in from Vaughn, and will be an easy kill for him. It's gonna be Mello inside of the small office here. Gonna be going for the shots on that SMG-11. Has the shotgun in hand as well. Oh no, Vaughn with the grenades. Playing it perfectly right now.
Yeah, that's 2 kills with the nades for Vaughn, so really making you see that utility. It's not gonna be if the server's gonna find the shots, but not gonna get the kill. As the Sludge's gonna be actually gonna get the down. It's gonna be all to the Thermite again. For XXL, gonna have to play this push correctly. Gonna push him into the bomb site a lot deeper, over by that bunker spot. Server really spazzing out here now into Sandwich, and they both cannot hit the shot, but Server finds it. I don't know what.
What the hell just happened?
Gorilla really played that over aggressively, but man, Serpla hitting the shots when he needed to, coming up clutch again, and that's another one of those rounds that really looks like shades of that map 1, where it just, you see IF get into a position where they're in a little bit of a rough spot, and they still are able to pull it out. They're able to get the clutches, and they're able to take another round off the board. So there's some interesting plays in there, like the prone shot with the Montaigne switch up, where he's a full extended, unextends, and the guy's just laying there and beams the guy who's watching him. Is you know, it's definitely creative, but I honestly think that they had the play there. Like, they had the utility usage. They had 2 kills from grenades. Like, that was XXL's round, a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-3, and then to a 2-on-1, and you can't clutch up. Is just, you got to win those rounds. So
yeah, there are definitely rounds that you need to put in your team's favor, especially on a map like Border, where
Bomb located by attackers.
Border's, I guess Border's kind of a weird map. Border's definitely a defender-sided map, but I'd say it's like less defender-sided map than some of the other maps we've seen. But either way, what's your thought on that? Do you think it's a defensive-sided?
I don't know. I mean, I think that first side is really defender-sided. Like, I think there's so many different ways you can play it, and while there's a good amount of ways you can push it as well, like, there are different types of holds you can take, and you can really burn out a lot of utility and play some really strong defensive angles. But I think other than that, like, this, like, ventilation is very interesting. It's a site that's seen a lot of change over the years, but like, this map obviously is untouched, but still, like, just changes in the way people hold it, with the adaptation to play upstairs, and then the adaptations to play off-site of that B-bomb site. and play a little bit more passively just with utility burn, it's definitely a lot more of an interesting map. I think that's kind of the reason why people don't play it as much is because it's kind of stale. Like, there's really one or two ways you can attack a lot of things, and it makes it more difficult because it's so standardized. But I don't know. I definitely think that this could be labeled a defender side of map in some cases, but those other two bomb sites are so bad, or they're such a clusterfuck to hold that I would definitely say that this is more of an even map. And if you're able to come up with something creative on the second two sites, then maybe you can call it defensive side of it. We are going to see an early kill from Inrio on the castle, so that Fragmite castle is just really... It's going to get almost another kill, going to get a lot of damage onto the IQ, going to get traded off by the Gorilla. So, and Von is going to get another one as well, so it's going to be 5-3 for XL as Vayne finds one with the Nitro, and there's actually going to be one more down. I don't know if Inrio is going to know this. He's not going to pull out the cardiac sensor, but that could have been another free kill, as even the line is low out too. So 2 members on low HP for XXL on a 3-on-2. But it's all going to be with the Inrio and the Mute, and I think that they definitely have the chance to hold this, but there's a lot of utility left from Inrio. There's a lot of low health bars, and they're going to have to just push in to this site and send it. The line definitely going to make it easier. Von Ander's going to hit a nice shot there onto Inrio. It's all going to be all up to the Mute playing off-site above, so definitely not going to be expecting this. I don't know why he's still up there, but he's going to drop into the hatch as the bullet's fired at him. He's not going to be able to hit the shot onto Von Ander, who flicks him down. And that'll be the round for XXL.
Yeah, that was a much better attack there from XXL. The last attack that they had was pretty decent as well. It's just some clutch plays coming out from Investigation File. But definitely a lot more coordinated there and a lot more precise from XXL. And, I mean, that's going to give them the second map or second round on the board. So we'll be back downstairs to ventilation and workshop. So we can't actually... So the knock is going to have to be 6-picked.
Yeah.
Or team killed. One of the two.
I don't even know if you're... I know that this happened in one of the quals that they accidentally... Like, they did it on a rehost, but I know you're not even allowed to pick it. So, or at least I thought you weren't. Like, I thought that was one of the admin rules. You can't even hover it or pick it because it's like a ban, but I don't know. I mean, you know, it's Go Force. I doubt that somebody's going to protest over a fake thing like that.
Well, it's an Xbox Go For. It's not just the Go For. This is an Xbox Go For. So if someone protests against that, like, you just need to get a life.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
But
like, who even protested an Xbox Go For anymore? Like,
dude, somebody's really sweating out there, right? You know, they need those Go Fors. Like,
they need those credits, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I need some credits. So if there's anybody out there that's trying to give me some credits, you know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, send me your boy some credits. I'm trying to get some skins on PC.
Dude, I feel that, like...
I mean, I'm pretty bad at PC, so, like, what I need is some dope weapon skins to kind of make it, like, even out, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, skins equals win.
Yeah.
If you're rocking the 6 skins, then you can't lose. It's just like, you just play better with the skins.
Oh, yeah.
And I look back to my console account, and I'm just like, dude, I wasted so much fucking money on console I'm never gonna get back.
Oh,
I can't get my skins
man.
back. It's just lost. But yeah, they are gonna be holding these ventilation sites, so they're gonna be playing a little bit more offset. Inrio playing over here into security. The ash is boiling in, but I don't even know what happened. Inrio is not gonna find the kill in the Gorilla. They just barreled into security, and now it is going to be a quick 5-on-4 here. The XXL member is tagged down. Legion not going to find the frag. Gorilla very low here, but just going to keep pushing and finding the frags. THS finds one on the Vonator, and the plant's going down already with less than a minute going in the round. This is madness. THS is going to find 2 on the nasty flank. Does not know the man is planning, but does get the frag anyway with the help of Vance, and it's going to be all up to Surf as he's going to vault in through the security. And not gonna find the kill as Razors gets one, and the defuse is coming out. And man, they had that site cracked open. They were in there planting 40 seconds gone in the round, and throw it away because you don't watch the flank. Like that's tragedy again, man.
They're not watching their angles, and they've got no intel. I mean, I would assume no one's on drones, or they just don't even have drones in position to cut those flanks off. But either way, you've got to figure out that. Like you gotta watch the flanks. Like, that's just the bottom line here. And Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, that was an easy round for XXL, and they just threw it away.
Yeah, that was like, you really look at that round, you have to think like, man, that was a win for XXL, and they just once again managed to just toss it away, and it's disappointing, but I don't know. It definitely it sucks for them because that was a round where you had the read, like somehow you got into sight fast, you got the frag, you had your Ash just run in front of the pulse, and it didn't matter, but yeah. It's going to be going back up to that armory in sight now, so IF potentially going to go up 3-1 here and really kind of cement themselves in a strong position. I mean, even if you go up 3-1 and you go even for the rest of the round, or you go down the rest of the round, like a 3-3 defense on border, I don't think is awful. So
No, not that bad.
like I think you're definitely looking potentially for a 4-2 here, but
Especially with a Thatcher ban,
yeah,
it's kind of more. It makes this more defender-sided, I think. So I think these bans are definitely they just favor the defenders, because I mean normally we'll see a mirror ban, so like it's not uncommon to see teams just play without the mirror anyway. And again, the Echo is on the board, so that's good for the defense, and then an Ella ban, like, which isn't really gonna affect investigation file whatsoever. So this definitely looks like it's like a standard, I'd say, for border right now, and with the bans. So it's gonna be interesting to see if XXL is able to switch over to the second half and possibly get some momentum, or I'm looking to see them gain some momentum here in this first half if they're gonna want to make this competitive, but it doesn't even look like they're droning right now. I mean, I believe the Mute's just playing inside of the supply room, and they'll actually finally spot him out on the camera. So it's going to be up for this Buck to try to cut him off here. And yeah, the Mute's completely cut off inside of this detention/custom supply room. So Tragical is able to get the easy frag there onto LM Razor. So looks like it's going to be an early pick there, only a minute into the round. And the run out there from from Mello is just a bait for Serpa. So Mello giving up his life to try to take that window rappel off the board, but it's going to be a swift kills there coming out from XXL as it's Tragical. He picks himself up a nice 3K to end off this fourth round and tied up 2-2.
yeah, that was I think it was definitely fortunate timing for that run out there. Like XXL was definitely preffing to go for the push. They had the man on sandwich, and then they had the Buck pushing from below. He had lower control because he had already gotten the frag, but yeah, they go out, they get the run out, and then it all falls apart because like when you're running out, you're overextended. You're in a disadvantageous position. You're exposed, and even if you pick up the frag, it's still, when you get back inside, you're not in a position that you normally want to be. You're not holding an angle that you normally want to be holding. So XXL just immediately pushes off the run out and gets I think 3 or 4 frags in a quick succession and take the round. So if they can pull that off again, and if you can pull off a 3-3 or even a 4-2 on your offensive take for XXL, I think you really have to be happy with how this is looking, especially knowing that it's not your map pick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you sound like you're dying.
I'm dying over here. I need to take my medicine after this.
Yeah, the late night Xbox Scope was not doing any
Screw
service.
this, man. Why can't you guys actually get a go for done before fucking 1 in the morning? My time, 2 in the morning Eastern. For those of you that care about Eastern time, but I don't. The Eastern time sucks.
You know, you keep going back to that. I'm not gonna fight you on it. But...
yeah, exactly. You can't fight me on it, cause I'm just gonna kick you out of my stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna win the fight. Cause I'll just kick you. Like, that's just how this works.
5 seconds to insertion.
It's my stream. I win the fights. All right. But
you got the roll here.
It looks like they're gonna be holding on to security here, so this should be a little bit interesting. Oh no, Razor, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, come on now, come on, please spawn kill somebody.
Send it.
Has left the area
Please spawn
of
kill somebody.
operation.
They know that there's somebody on Avian on the bird's nest here.
Yeah.
So they've got Surf there, Mr. Cronus. But it looks like
really just.
oh, he actually rotated right behind that Nomad.
Yeah.
So he should be able to shoot that off. Which it looks like he may have. No, he actually didn't shoot it off. So kind of a misplay. You got to really just be able to take out as much of the nomads as you can early on. But it looks like he'll finally spot it, so he'll take that out. And he'll spot the drone, but it looks like nothing's going to come of it as the Capcan's already doing work downstairs. And oh!
Wow.
Tragical with the UPS delivery up onto THS. So that's the Legion off the board. That's a lot of utility. No more goo traps are going to be able to set down. So makes that Thatcher ban a little bit more obsolete, as you're not going to have to worry about that for the rest of this round.
Yeah. What? Razors
No
look like he
way.
barely missed the head, I guess, but still, it's definitely looked like the Buck has been getting a lot of utility from those nades, but now he's finally gets a kill here. It's really going to put a lot of pressure onto the side of IF as Razor's going to get aggressive. Finds the headshot on a Tragical, but he does get the nade refrag. Did that drop to the floor and get a kill from below? I'm not sure, but they're just running into Razor as he's mowing them down. Bane is going to be picked off by Surf, and Gorilla is going to be running in here, taking full control of this site, and just praying that he doesn't get fragged. The flash is going to blind himself, going to miss the shots. They're not going to see the second member by Sandwich. He's going to go to the Black Eyes pistol. Surf going to find one with the SMG-11 as XXL pulls ahead here. Razor's rotating back in through the metal detector. Going to go for the C4. The timing, not going to get the kill, but he's going to get fragged up by Surf, and that is going to be the round. I honestly thought that Razor was going to get the kill with that C4 and going to swing it, but a little bit of potato aim here. Please don't watch my kill cam. And that's the round for the side of XXL.
I mean, definitely a crazy round. I think if Razor had been able to get that pre-fire onto that main window, I think that would have been a different round for investigation file. But unfortunately, just like that's just unlucky. Whenever the bullets fire, just like whenever you're pre-firing something like that, and the bullets just like pop, like you shoot once and then you go over the head and you shoot again and you're already over the head. So like just unfortunate timing there on the bullet spread for the Bandit, but I mean, still, if Razor would have won that, that would have been a nice ace for himself, as he was the only one to get really any kills there. And that grenade, the grenade play from Tragical being the biggest player, even when he's dead, he's still killing people with grenades.
Yeah, I don't even know
like
how
martyrdom type shit. Like he, I think he tossed it back. I think he tossed it towards the B bomb. I think Inrio was, or the A bomb. I think he was just playing like near this locker. I don't think that fell through the floor, but it very well could have. So,
yeah. I don't know if he, I don't know if it looked like it could have dropped to the floor, but I also didn't see him throw it, so.
Or I think it killed him inside of this closet here, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I think he like bounced it off the wall and into the closet. So, like some big grenade plays from Tragical. He's got to be like the BC, I guess, of Console.
Yeah, that was honestly like insane, because I think Razor really had a lot of the timings there, and losing that like second man that was playing with him really ruined a lot of the aggression he was having up on this wall. So we are gonna see the clash here, which I think is one of the first times I've seen in a while. But playing just being an asshole.
He's just memeing, bro. He's just memeing. Yeah. It's mellow, by the way. It's not vain. It's an Xbox thing. They'll put their org first. Their org, I say.
Yeah. All right.
But, and then their name second. So it's mellow. And oh god, Surf, what are you doing? What are you doing, Razor? Where is he? What was he?
Was that was not the pre-fire? I hope, please.
Where was he? I don't even know.
I didn't see the death, the skull.
Yeah, where the hell is the skull? Hello? Did you see a body anywhere?
Not on the top floor. Unless he died. No, I honestly don't see it. I don't know where he died.
Razor just a ghost. I mean, he didn't even exist to begin with. So.
Yeah, I mean, Surf just deleted him.
Yeah, Surf just deleted him from the game completely. But looks like Mello is gonna try to get a little aggressive here. There is an air jab as well as a claymore on this wall, so he actually set off both. He set off both the claymore and the air jab, and he didn't get knocked back at all. So Mello playing with death here as it's going to be Vaughn who will get the kill onto THS. So we do have the BC of grenades, but he actually doesn't have any more here. So going to be trying to make this push happen onto this Slash. It's going to be very difficult without any utility to get him out. But again, I mean, they still have the manpower here, so they could just possibly just try to push into him and see if they can't get the kill. But Inrio's playing it very safe, and he's got the angle if they do try to push Mello. So I like this play coming out from Investigation File. They could still possibly win this with Serpa downstairs.
Yeah, if Serpa's able to stay alive here, the push does come out here though from XXL, so gonna get the annoyance of Mello on the clash, but yeah, Serpa is able to maintain position down here. He's really gonna be able to put a lot of pressure on here to push, but it is gonna be up to Surf, I believe, to kind of pressure him out as he's still playing downstairs, but yeah, it definitely is gonna hinge on how much he can hold this position downstairs and if he can protect this clash. As it does look like the Nomad is going to be playing on the sandwich. 40 seconds left. Gorilla is going to run in and is going to decide to back out. Not going to go for the plant, but Serba has actually rotated all the way back upstairs, so this has to be getting called out. Yeah, 100%. Serba's going to get the call out from the clash, going to get the kill through the wall. Gorilla's going to be down, but Vane is going to trade it off on a Mellow. I don't even know where he hit that shot, but it's gonna end now as Vonator finds the last one. Surf picks up another one, and I think Vonator actually got a double down, or a kill and a down with the spray as Surf picks up the final one with the kill through the wall. So a little bit of chaos there, but honestly, just XXL picking the fights when they needed to, getting the early pickoffs, and honestly ends up leading them getting the round. So, I mean, going 4-2 on border attack, I think, like we discussed, is pretty substantial to only win 2 defenses on
border.
the side of IF is, yeah. And
That's
I mean,
a bit...
realistic, it wasn't even like they only won Armory. They won Armory and then they won a ventilation hold that really should have been an XXL's round with the throw.
Yes, you're right. And especially with that Thatcher ban, like that was specifically to try to throw off XXL, but they pushed right through it with their plays, with the smokes, and I mean, they literally just walked into Armory and shot the bandits off themselves with no pressure from IF. I mean, Razor was able to deny them a couple of rounds there, but just not really enough to, I mean, to validate that Thatcher, because now IF, you've got to play without the Thatcher yourself. So it should be interesting. They're going to be bringing that Twitch, as well as the Buck, of course, and the Ash to see if they can't get anything from below. So really looking to see Mello here, Mello, the Twitch player, of course, the bot himself. He'll be playing on that Twitch. But you really look to see Mello. He's going to have to save his drones here, and I mean, they're going to have to try to deny this wall. And I'm actually surprised to not see a Cade because of the Buck and the Thatcher ban. I mean, I think that the Cade would be a lot easier to try to trick on that wall. So
5 seconds remaining.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think, like, you could play the bunker position with the Cade, and it's a lot safer to trick because people just look like they play really aggressively out on that balcony. And like, if you're gonna try a bandit trick, you have to have this clash almost protecting you, and maybe even a third person, because it's like if they run into the clash can't stop them from killing you. Like they can just kind of run through it and they'll be slowed, but you have to get the bandit down. And it does look like Tragical is gonna get an early frag onto Razors. So the peak finds its mark, and man, that run up there by the AC units is always just like, I feel like I'm running a gauntlet. I'm horrified.
I hate spawning here, man, just because of that. But like, I don't. Yeah. There's nowhere else I'd rather spawn. Like this is probably the safest spawn. But as soon as you make it onto this vent, it's just like, yo, where the hell am I gonna get peeked from? Am I gonna get peeked from this door, that door, the door below? It looks like Tragical's even rotated his way into passport check. So, I mean, he could even find another kill if there's an unsuspecting victim waiting for him on this balcony. But it looks like everyone's rotated it onto the east stairs and the east balcony, trying to go for that office take. So I like that this is the take from IF without the Thatcher. I think that this is going to be a little bit harder to try to get past these bandits, but it doesn't even look like there's any bandits on the wall. Serpa's just going to walk down main hall. He'll take down Serpa as Inrio will get the trade there on the Thermite. So no Buck or Ash. You've lost your set of grenades, and you've lost your breaching ability onto any soft wall. So it should be interesting here as THS is going to have to deal with the clash himself. And he's got the utility to try to deal with this, but again, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be playing with him, as Inrio is actually going to get a nice Claymore kill there onto Tragical. Gorilla Rose, he's going to be trying to peek him onto these stairs.
Yeah, this is definitely going to stall out here. They definitely have gotten into this side. There are 2 minutes left, and now they're kind of stalling out. Mello does have the angle here on this cross, so it's going to make life a lot more difficult, but the Thermite going down here is not going to draw it into a 3-on-2. A lot of damage to the back, but Vonator finds another one on the Mello. It's going to be ultimate. Capitao gets pushed, and that will be the round. So XXL starting off strong on their offensive, on their defensive hold. And that was a nice shot by
flying there now. Look at that.
Yeah. This is I mean, dude, you saw that play on Clubhouse with the 4K on Valkyrie, so you know he's got the aim, but I don't know, man. I definitely think that XXL has all the momentum right now. Like they're really rolling. Don't tell me you're gonna pick knock again. Please don't do this. But okay.
Go
thank
knock.
God.
Come on.
Just don't even open yourself up to like a protest or anything. But yeah,
Well, you can
honestly,
you can honestly just team team
Yeah.
kill the man. Like just like I would just fry like Razor's shit. You know, like if you just went
Yeah.
if you went knock, bro, like you're just gonna see like 8 guns get pointed at him,
Yeah.
team killing him, and I mean hopefully that's enough. I mean,
Yeah.
to give someone a 4v5, like I don't even know what a protest against a knock like would that just be 1 round or honestly I don't even know
Attackers need to
like what you would get out of protesting a knock getting played. So ventilation and workshop now for XXL after winning the top floor. We have yet to see bathroom tellers, and I'm kind of disappointed. I'm very disappointed. No Congo line coming out, and it's been depressing. I've been missing the Congo line. I don't know if you know about the Congo line or not, but the Congo line's amazing.
That site sucks though. That site is.
Bro, this site's amazing. Like this site's like a big site for
chaos.
console.
I mean, it's honestly like a one-side take because nobody's gonna push into this ventilation room, and most people just tunnel onto this teller stake. So I don't know, man, but they're gonna be going to the ventilation.
Yo,
Here,
Frost,
perfect.
hold on. Frosty, don't time out people for 600 seconds. Just time out, especially a sub. Like just time them out for like a minute and a half, like 150, like first. Like you don't need to like ban them for like that's 3 rounds I think that you're banning them for, or at least 2 rounds. Oh my god, are you kidding me? What are these team kills? It looks like you just gunned him too. Like look at where he is.
Yeah, unless he like fell over or something, then that is unfortunate. Man, IF has like lost all momentum. They were rolling. I mean, Surf's out here. He's balling. He's going for the peaks.
Oh!
Like that.
Razor!
And
Razor!
This is the old like when you hit shots like that when somebody just whiffs, you're feeling it.
That's
You
just
can't
demoralizing.
die.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh!
Gorilla
Oh!
Row. Yeah, Gorilla Row's
A nice
fragging
shot.
out here now, and actually feels real like they're rolling. I mean, 5-2. Gonna get refragged too. So I mean, I don't even know if it matters. It's a 4-on-2 here, and there's a minute and 30 seconds left in the round. Gonna do a lot of damage there, but Mello does get a frag back. Is on to Tragical, so
They can still win this. They've got the Jackal and the Thermite, so they can open up these hatches and possibly make the push down to site. So I like that their chances here, and it looks like Mello is gonna spot out another defender as well. So this is still very winnable for the investigation file if XXL doesn't. Like, they just can't throw this, obviously. But oh, it looks like Inri will find one, and Mello will find the second. So as I'm saying that, it looks like XXL will throw away the 5v2 advantage, and Souza is now being tracked down by the Jackal. So this should be a very easy round for IF to win, unless Souza can just hit the shots of the Sentry here and take out the remaining 2 attackers. So it looks like they're kind of confused how to attack this right now.
yeah,
Mello's
they're like
just still
stalling
holding.
out.
Yeah. I mean, they only have 40 seconds, and there's no more scans. So once these scans run out, which they just have, they're gonna have to rely on the drone cover. So looks like
This
they're
has just been a very interesting round. I think IF is definitely taking life by the balls here, and XXL is just gonna throw it away. He's gonna rotate through and take a good amount of damage here. But with 20 seconds left, Sosa's gonna get aggressive. Don't tell me he's gonna go for the peak. Don't do it, Sosa. Don't do it. Oh, he's got the pixel. He's gonna.
Oh, what?
Oh,
What?
What? Shot was
Oh,
what?
What? How does? Wait.
Dude, that's a fat good night in chat right there.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Good night.
He turned hip fire, sits him down. Holy shit. That's an F in the chat there for the Legion because you just got your ass turned on, buddy.
Oh my god, bro.
You better pack it up.
Oh, yeah, you gotta pack it up after that one. That it was just like, I don't even think Inrio like knew how he killed him there.
Yeah, honestly. That was nuts. And XXL, like, they tried to throw that round. You're
Exactly, bro. Like, what are you doing?
You're 5-on-3.
Oh
If so,
my
you
God.
have to have your IGL. If you're the IGL, you gotta be like, yo, you fucking idiots, get back to site and just chill. Like,
Yeah.
just take a sip of your like tea or something. Just calm it down a little bit. But man, they're out there. They're trying to get their frags and they're throwing rounds. You
Attackers
know,
need to
that's what
locate
they
and
do.
defuse bombs.
But, wow, what a round! And XXL, like, that's really kind of defeating because you really look like you could have been going up 6-2 here, and now you're 5-3, and you're gonna have to play offside again, and you don't look like
Bomb located by attackers.
you're gonna be in a strong position here. So I just
And we could have seen bathroom tellers as well. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at XXL. They threw away the chance of bathroom tellers, and now I hope they lose. I hope they lose.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I can feel the disappointment for not having the bathroom teller sold because I think you were definitely waiting on it, and they've deprived
Attackers
you.
are heading out to defuse the bomb.
We're gonna have to see them go to this. I mean, and the thing is like, if you're XXL, you're like, dude, what did we fuck up? Like, we had the frags, we had the positioning, and we just threw it away for a couple of kills, like, that we didn't even end up getting. Like, they killed 3 guys, and they still lost the round, and Investigation File lost three guys, I think, in like a matter of 30 seconds, and they didn't lose another guy the rest of the round. Like, if you're XXL, you're scratching your head like, why did we do this? How did this happen? But yeah, not gonna look like they're gonna be going as fast as they did last round. IF is definitely playing a little safer after they got picked off so much, but with 2 minutes left in a round, they're gonna be going for a pick. Tragical get that shot on a SERP, and gonna be
I realize I haven't been
bringing
bringing the scoreboard up, so there's the scoreboard. Vaughn and Tragical are they're just flying right now. Like, another kill for Vaughn as they'll take down Mello. That's gonna be the Jackal. That's a big pick off the board, and it looks like Gorilla Row. He's just cracked out right now, trying to go for the Deagle kills, and does spot out the buck inside of the fountain, but won't actually go for the kill just yet. It looks like he's gonna wait for his teammate to possibly push up a little bit and try to help him, but again, Tragical's just playing this main hallway, just rotating back and forth. He could possibly find an easy kill if given the opportunity, but Gorilla Row fragging out again, and it's Tragical. He'll find himself a kill, leaving it all up to Inrio here on the Thermite, just walking into the armory wall. Go for a few pre-fires, do a lot of damage to the Valkyrie, but ultimately take a lot more than he deals. So it's going to be this 1v4 situation for the Thermite, and we've seen Inrio win positions like this before, but definitely on more HP, as he knows that there's going to be one flanking and not a lot that he can do. One shot to the chest and get all that Vaughn needs, as he will take out Inrio.
Yeah, he might have looked like he almost caught Inrio sleeping there. Like, Inrio definitely had the time to land those shots, but, you know, maybe just thinking about other stuff, maybe commenting with his team or something. But yeah, XXL, despite throwing that 8th round, they're able to pick it up in the 9th, and now they're looking to take this map and go to map 3. So honestly, kind of surprising here. Like, knowing that this is Investigation Files pick, they've looked rather shaky on it. Their defenses weren't strong. XXL's defenses have looked really good. Like, they're playing aggressively. They're landing their shots. They're hitting their frags, and that's just what they need to do. XXL wasn't fragging out in the first map, and now they are. So they've got themselves in a 6-3 advantage, and we will see if they're able to pull it off here. But we are going to see them go back to the armory lockers, looking like a rather standard setup here, potentially, if the game loads. But
Attackers
yeah.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
So yeah, we are going to actually see the Maestro, which I think is one of the first times we've seen it this entire series. But no real adaptation. Going to go to the Zofia, I guess. But other than that, looking to see Investigation File utilize some of the utility that they have with the Twitch, with the Zofia and the Capital bolts, and then especially the Nomad stuff they run on. But I don't know. I think they have a bunch of utility on this take, but they're not necessarily like utilizing it correctly. We saw the Twitch the last time it was taken was just like standing there shocking the Clash, which is like, cool, you did 10 damage, but you definitely could assist your team a little bit more and like taking off some of the utility that XXL is bringing. But yeah, this has been an overall interesting series so far. I think both maps have looked one-sided, and we'll see if XXL can keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, XXL, they've looked a lot better here on border, which is, I mean, interesting because this was IF's pick, and the previous map, which was Clubhouse, was XXL's pick. So winning, like dominating more on each other's maps is definitely like curious to say the least. You see it from time to time, but definitely never expected,
Bomb has been located.
as we'll be seeing Serpa on this Nomad. It's interesting that we're not seeing Razor. Razor's normally the one that you'll see play the Nomad, but has been put onto the Twitch here as the Thatcher is banned off. So definitely got to be bringing that Twitch. So definitely makes sense why they're going to be doing that.
Yeah, I definitely am interested to see how they're able to crush this, because I think a lot of the times that they've looked like they kind of stall out, like they get maybe not necessarily an opening frag even, but even like they get an advantageous position and then they're just not able to capitalize off what XXL has given to them. So I don't know.
God.
I mean, Razor's just gonna find a really case in the small office here. I don't even know how he got in there, but he's gonna get pictured by the Maestro. Surely he's gonna go with the pre-fire and yeah, gonna take him down, but. Very interesting play there from Razz, honestly. Don't even know how he got in there. Looks like there's another down on the side of XXL. This is a 4-on-3 essentially now for them. The run out is gonna happen. Where is the air jab?
It was on there. He impacted it. So
Oh, okay.
he put it too low on the ground, and they're gonna just shut down this push. As Vaughn, he goes nuts. He got a 3K, just pre-firing everybody, and that's gonna be map 2, 7-3 for XXL.
They were just walking into Vaughn like lambs to the slaughter there, man. Like, it was just one after another, and it's like you have the Maestro pumping bullets down range, you got Vaughn pumping bullets down range, and he's just sitting them down, going next, 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 and that's the round and the map for XXL. So we will be going to a map 3. I believe it is going to be Consulate. So a kind of the clusterfuck we saw yesterday with Consulate.
All right, they are ready. So,
All right.
we're going to go right into things. So, again, map number 3, Consulate. Looking to see exactly who's going to be taken home the monthly. So, this is a little bit closer, I think, than people thought. The second map is, again, did go in favor of XXL. So, if you're just tuning in, my name is Razors. I'm joined by Grifster. So... Grifster, thoughts on Consulate?
I don't know. I think that this map has a lot of interesting tactics people play. I think the bans are really going to be interesting here. The Blackbeard is definitely standard with the angles you can play. It's just like Border, where there's so many dominant long angles that you can hold and play safe that if you can just sit with a face shield, you know you're going to be able to be dominant. But yeah. Overall, I think Consulate can be very strong if you have enough like creative defenses. If you can find a way to hold some of the offsides, like we saw yesterday with that tellers and server hold, which is really interesting, or even like playing some of the sites correctly. Like we know the basement is safe, we know the top floor is safe, and we've even seen some people kind of lock down a strategy on how to hold the lobby area with playing from above, but. You have to play sound fundamentals on this map, I think. Like, you really need to hold your angles. You need to play your trades. And if you don't, you're really going to get punished because there's so many lines of sight you can hold as an attacker, and you can really punish people if they're not playing correctly. But we are going to see, I think, relatively standard bans. I'm interested to see the Habana ban because...
Yeah, I agree.
I think, as a secondary ban, man, I don't know. Like...
I don't really see the point. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like the only site that's gonna be really useful. I mean, I guess if they're gonna be bringing a Mira, but like honestly, I don't really see the point of the Habana ban. I think that there's other operators you could have banned. Like maybe I know that was XXL's ban. I think they could have banned the Nomad, but it looks like they're gonna want to use that. Or even, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there was more operators that you could have banned there. But
I feel like Habana as a second man is just really puzzling to me because it's like, you know you're going to have the Thermite, and now you still have the Maverick. Like, if you were going for hatch denial, make sure they're both banned. Because then you have to burn Thermite charges on hatches and stuff. But if you don't care about if you're second banning Habana, it's like, all right, realistically, the only places she's normally utilized are on like those hatch takes on the basement defense and maybe on some like lines of sight upstairs. But even then, it's like there's not a lot of these walls are reinforceable. Like it's the connector room, bathroom, and projector are really the only walls that are reinforceable that anybody cares about. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a wasted ban. Maybe it's
maybe it's just a 200 IQ play that we don't know about.
yeah. It could definitely be like maybe we'll see how they utilize it. Maybe when they're on defense and how it really allows them to hold a sight or something like that. But other than that, everything else is pretty standard. The Valkyrie ban for the information denial, and then the Echo ban. So, surprised we're not going to see the Mira because I think she can be useful on some of these sites. But
Especially for an admin take.
Yeah, I definitely think that Mira has almost become like a comfort pick to this point. Like, if there's a lot of teams that because Mira was just straight up like banned for so long that people just kind of got used to playing without her, so they even when she's unbanned, they don't feel like going back to her, even though she's super strong. But they don't even look like they're gonna contest this. Gorilla Row is gonna pick up an early frag here onto Razors, but yeah, this is an uncontested admin take here from the side of XXL. They're just giving up a lot of this site for free. The late roam potentially by Inrio, but still, I mean, they're in admin with 50 seconds gone here. They're going to be pushing into printer room now. And, I mean, the amount of top floor control they already have here with the Montaigne, which is just going to put a lot of pressure on that investigation file early, is going to actually be insane. And the Castle's going to actually end up helping XXL more than it's going to be hurting them. So, with a minute 50 gone by, if you're burning smokes at a minute 50, potentially, you're really up shit creek. Like, you're really going to have to burn a lot of utility here. The Montaigne's going to be able to push up these yellow stairs. And that's a smoke on it a minute and 45 seconds, man, and you're really just in a rough spot here. He's going to get pushed up from long distance, not even going to know it, as Melo is taken down by Tragical and retraded by Inrio, but Voninator finds another one. TH is going to find one back on the Voninator, 3-on-2, as the bomb goes down. Jaeger
There's no one covering him.
No, yeah, nobody's covering him. He just walks up Inrio with an insane play. Where is the rest of the team? Why are you planting?
What?
What is going on here? As the Montaigne has just given them the bomb. Gorilla Row is going to find another one, and realistically, this Montaigne mistake might not even be really a factor for them, but Gorilla Row fragging out here on the Twitch, Inrio going to be playing this bomb, and that was just a big head scratcher there from the Montaigne.
He's getting hit by 3. That's his third air jab that he was hit by. He got hit by all 3 air jabs.
That's when you throw your controller to the screen. You're done. And he can't take too many more of these switches, but
no, only one more really. Yeah. If he got twitched one more time. Oh, is he gonna? Oh, please try to twitch. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, he only needed to hit one shot, but still, I don't know what the Montaigne was doing. That was not like the 2 people on your team were on yellow and the console repel. Like, you're not gonna be able to plant like that and just stick it. I mean, I don't know why his teammates weren't with him. One, B, why he was planting by himself. So just questionable plays. It didn't end up mattering. It didn't mattering. What the hell kind of a word is that? It didn't end up it didn't matter in the long run, but still questionable.
Yeah, I definitely think like maybe he got like lost in the sauce with the trades, like because they had control of that side. Like they pushed on the long disc, they got into projector, and they got the trade onto the guy playing that, and then they double traded. Like they've had 2 trades really back to back there, and they went down kind of fast. So maybe just bad comms, and he lost track of like who was supposed to be covering him. But at the same time, if you're planning and you hear some dude like running up right next to you and spraying, just drop the bomb. Like just get out of there. You got Montaigne, put up the shield, fall back a little bit, and like kind of check your shit. But he wasn't able to do that. He gets killed by Inrio, and realistically, it doesn't end up matter because Gorilla goes for the 3K. But yeah, honestly, like that was a very interesting round, and now this is real life. They're really going to lobby as their secondary site when they lost upstairs.
They've got all the sites open.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, lobby is going to be their choice. So
5 seconds to insertion.
This is like, I'm puzzled, honestly. You have upstairs and you have basement, which you know are safe sites. Like, you know those sites are easy to hold, and this is going to be you're really like testing your mettle here. If you're investigation file, because if you're XXL, you gotta think you're still rolling. Like you roll them on border, and if you can keep this momentum up, like if you can go up 2-0 here on a attack that I really think, honestly, he favors you because of the site choices. But Mello potentially gonna be able to find the C4 here. Gonna actually wait a little bit too long, but all of this is destructible, so he can potentially get it in. But Souza does make it to safety, and yeah. I mean, they just surrender so much control early. Like
He's
Souza,
solo pushing.
yeah, they're gonna push these people off the upstairs hold, and he's doing it alone. His backup is a little bit farther behind him, but still, I mean, you're 2 minutes in, you're already clearing out that top side hold. Is really gonna make this site difficult for the side of investigation file.
Yeah, and that's a good flank watch there from Gorilla Row, as he'll be able to take down Mello on that pulse, so not gonna have to worry about the scanner anymore, and they're going to start to push this top floor and see if they can't find any more angles. But Razor somehow finds the kill on the Gorilla Row, proving that the SMG-11 is better than the F2, but not by much, as he did get downed and finished off by Souza, leaving out all alone to Inrio here on the top floor. But Serpa, I thought that was Inrio that got the kill.
Yeah.
But it was Serpa who rotated up the spiral stairs. But Vaughn, as he hops down spiral, will take down Serpa, and THS will fall shortly thereafter, leaving it all up to the Maestro here. We also have the ammo here to clutch this out, as he won't find one. It looked like he might have gotten the down, but it's going to be half HP for the Thermite. He might even go for the shock here, but we'll be just using that for intel, as it will actually get blown to bits. And Souza, I mean, he can just block off the Maestro. He's actually going to fall down the hatch, so will try to go for the retreat, as Souza's actually going to go for the chase here.
He's running.
Yeah, I mean, he's cracked out right now. He's just trying to find, he's just trying to chase after this Maestro, but Inrio actually just rotates back up and will take down Vaughn, so makes this a 1v2, but again, the Montaigne is hot on the trail of the Maestro, and with angles from above, it could possibly be easy, but again, the Montaigne just coming flying in, and again, angles from above. Going to be proving just too many angles for Inrio to worry about, and ultimately unable to find the frags.
Yeah, you hear that that 3 armor chunky lad running at you from behind. You know shit's coming down, and then you hear the Zofia explosion from above, and you know you're really going to be in a rough spot. So a heroic effort there from Inrio, but honestly, it was another effective take there from XXL, and I think that Investigation File is just like, they're not playing like they were on that first map. They're not challenging. Like, that was really their staple on Clubhouse, was they were playing off of the sites, they were playing extended sites, they were being aggressive, and on their defensive take right now, they're just not. Like, they're giving up admin, they're giving up in front of tellers on both of those sites. Like, you're picking lobby as your second site. It's just a big like head scratcher here, and honestly, it's really looking like XXL has carried that momentum from the second map into map 3, and can really be looking to do a lot of damage here. So, Investigation File finally wishes up. I mean, you know, why not pay a 2-round tax for going to basement? Like, when you easily could have done this at first, unless they're just not comfortable with it. But, and that's the thing I literally didn't even think about until now. We talked about it earlier. You have a Mira on this basement site, you can abuse the hell out of this, and you don't decide to start there, and you don't even pick the Mira upstairs, which is, it's good too. And it's very puzzling to me, some of the decisions that Investigation File is making.
5 seconds to go.
The Mira
Attackers are heading out to the
pick basement, so they're gonna finally use the ban on the hard breacher to their advantage, I guess. I mean, I don't even really know. At this point, this looks like it's just too strong from XXL right now. They can't really deal with. Wait, what? I think he shot him through the barricade.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. Oh no, he was spawn killing.
Please.
Or something.
I don't know.
Razor is just playing too aggressive there, I guess, and a good heads-up play by Surf.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's on this. That's the K down too. We didn't even talk about that. Like, the K is down. That's your only denial. Now this wall is going to be opened up with 2 minutes gone by, more than likely, because there's no other denial. And this is, you have the mirror to hold this, but you cannot be giving up your only denial as your spawn. Like, pick a dock or something, man. Just don't be giving up the only denial you can have here. But Serba's gonna be looking for a kill. They're not gonna be able to find Gorilla here yet, but they're kind of like ships in the night right now, just kind of passing, not knowing each other is real close to them. But they definitely have set themselves up strong. It does look like THS finds Surf there, so Gorilla Row is going to be the only one left on the upstairs take. Plant was going down there for a second on the Montaigne. Please tell me you have somebody covering you this time. Gorilla Row is going to be absolutely clueless to Surf as he gets him from behind, and now the round could quickly be falling apart here as they still have the mirror. What is the Maestro? What? The Maestro wasn't even looking at him, and THS still hits the shots. Okay, and it is all going to be up here from Tragical as he's playing up on this vending machine side, but man, how quickly things have fallen apart. You're not going to see the player in piano. The bomb's going to be on the other side of White Van, and this is going to be hell. There's so many angles to peek. There is the Mira, and you're really in a rough position here. You're going to get the frag on the THS, and now potentially joining us a little bit more close, but still the Nomad here with 48 seconds left going to be going for the flank, but Serpa's got the pick, got the angle, not going to hit the shot, but it's going to hit them on the second attempt, and Tragical goes down as Investigation File finds their first round.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tragical did not want to win as bad as he wanted to breathe in that round, as Physics said. But again, like you said, first round for IF. So finally going down to that basement and bringing that Mira, definitely. I mean, not necessarily that the Mira was what saved them that round, but the basement switching it up a little bit, as I guess that's just what they needed to take the first round on XXL. So they will be going back upstairs now to the top floor and console and meeting room. So looking to see if they can try to switch things up here. As it looks like they're bringing a fairly similar lineup. We will see a 6-pick from the Glaz to a Nomad for Tragical. That makes more sense than a Glaz in this case.
Yeah, honestly, that honestly should have been XXL's round. Like, you get the early pick onto the Cade. They have no denial. You can play some soft angles and just make people push into you and get some pressure going on flanks, but they get too aggressive, they go too fast, and they just aren't coordinated, and it ends up kind of blowing up in their faces. They had the early pick, and they had like the pick of early picks with the Cade going down, but we are not going to see the Mirror up here again. I think probably more of a preference thing more than anything, but
I'm surprised that they're not choosing to run the Mirror.
Yeah,
especially since
it's really good.
It's been an admin take pretty much every round.
And they were comfortable running the castle. The first time they were up here, they ran the castle, and it kind of ended up hurting them. But that castle mirror on a lot of these angles can just be so strong. But yeah, not deciding run is a little bit questionable. But maybe it'll work out for them, and they can draw it even to 2-2. But I honestly don't believe so, because XXL has just been fragging, man. Like, they've been hitting their shots, and despite a little bit of lack of coordination, they've got some gunners. So we'll see if they can continue up their hot streak, because it looks like they're gonna actually play a little bit more contested into this admin hold, as Razor's gonna throw, I believe it was either an impact grenade or a C4 at him, but he's gonna get picked up by Gorilla Row on an absolutely disgusting angle on the upside down rappel. Yeah. Give me a hashtag balance.
Yeah, it's definitely not an angle to the peak, and I mean, he was just trying to rotate away. It's been unfortunate. I think Razor has been the first pick in every single round so far. He did get 1 kill, so he wasn't the first pick in that round necessarily, but still, it didn't. He's been the first pick in multiple rounds, so he's gonna have to try to figure something out here if they want their team to have any more success. But is he just on? He's just standing on the banister or whatever. But I'm trying to go for the gunfight here onto the smoke, but it's actually going to be THS to find Vaughn, as it's going to be some trades coming out again as they're going to make their way into the site. They spot him out in the corner, but ooh, a nice shot from Tragical will take down Inrio as the plant will come down. So this is the good plant, Soza. You've got cover from your teammates, so you're going to be able to find it. But again, it's a strong pushback here from Serpa as he's going to find one under Tragical. He's actually going to go for the Russian under the Twitch. He'll find Gorilla Row, leaving this in a 1v2 situation as Soza Gonna take a few impacts here, and Masley even a Legion Mine. Yeah, he does. So all they have to wait for is for Souza to pull this out or to die. So definitely strong play here. It's actually, yeah, it's all up to Souza with the impact, or with the Legion trap in. So what a 2v5 clutch from Serpa and THS. So Serpa just showing off that BM there, as, yeah, you outplayed, really just THS outplaying the Montane.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like, I don't even know. There's no better word for it, because like they got the opening pick again. XXL did, and they aren't able to capitalize it. And honestly, I think if you are the Ash, you can play a lot safer. I don't know why they like. I think that they got control of the site faster than expected. They didn't have a Nomad out there on the balcony to assist him, and so even with the Montaigne being gooed, I think you could have probably played it slower. Like he was gonna die to the goo, but I think you could have played it so you just play in the corner, you don't peek as the Ash, and you make them kill him, and then trade off onto the Ash, because he wasn't taking, like, I think goos do like 10 damage a tick or something like that, and it's every 5 seconds. So he had a lot of time he could burn off the bomb diffuser, but you know, the Ash gets too aggressive there out on the balcony, and it ends up hurting them overall as they drop another round. And XXL realistically being their own worst enemy here, but now we're gonna have to see them go to that lobby hold, and this is gonna be kind of the crux here, because we're looking at 2-2 right now. If you're XXL, you definitely want to go up 4-2, but if you can draw it even here from investigation file, with how those first couple of rounds have gone, and realistically every round has gone, with the openings that you've had, and always being a man down, you're really gonna have to say that, man, we really clutched up here. Like our fraggers have been fragging, we got the kills when we needed them, and we found a way to really draw this back even to 2-2, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah, especially after just throws. Again, like the story of the match is just throws, which I feel like that's the story of every Xbox match I've casted. But like rounds that XXL should win, but don't. And I mean, honestly, it could ultimately come back to biting them, but we're just gonna have to wait and see here. Like you said, we're tied 2-2 now. Two rounds in a row for IF, and they're gonna be forced to go down to the main lobby, which is a little bit more difficult of a site to hold. And it looks like we're gonna be seeing the push come in from Visa and back up to the top floor here with the Montaigne. So gonna be Razor and Inryu to hold this off for the immediate, as Mello on that pulse could possibly go for a Nitro Cell, as it looks like there might be. It sounded like there was a pre-placed Nitro Cell somewhere. I don't know exactly where that is, but it looks like that's going to be Razor who has the pre-placed Nitro Cell. I really like this, as that's going to be able to stop that push in from the main hall, but it looks like Souza, he's already going to find one kill onto Serpa as they push the downstairs first. So ultimately, this Montaigne being a real pain in the ass for investigation file, and I can't wait to see how Razor decides to blow up this Montaigne.
Yeah, I think that investigation file definitely had a lot of presence here early. They easily could have started their take onto the upstairs hold. I think at like 225 they had the timings, but they decided to play a little more slowly. It does net them a pick with Souza. But yeah, this Montaigne has really been a pain for them. Like, despite the fact that this is a 2-2 set, this Montaigne has really been a thorn in the side for investigation file, and it's allowed XXL to play these angles like this. They're playing with the trade. Razor is actually gonna, he's gonna find a kill with a pre-placed Nitro Cell. I don't even know where that was at, but THS finds one on the surf. Vonator finds one onto Mello. THS finds another one onto Gorilla Rowan. It's gonna be all up to Vonator and the Nomad. It's gonna be a 3-on-2. He's gonna peek here as he drops. He's gonna get the one on the drop. An insane shot there from the mute with barely any health left, and it's gonna be all of the Tragical now. Below health on the mute, gonna find the kill, but that is gonna be now a 2-on-1 with 2 full health members. He's gonna have to play aggressive here, but it's not see the flank coming out here from THS as an arrow plays from above, or in Rio, I'm sorry. But
yeah,
Tragical gonna be playing in this backside, going over to circle stairs, gonna get the timing onto THS, but not gonna find it as THS gets the headshot, ends the round. And investigation file pulling this one back on a site that they looked absolutely lost on last time they played it. So a 3v2 win, and now a 3-2 scoreline for IF as they look to go on to the last round of their defensive hold.
Yeah, these last 3 defenses for IF have looked flawless, and I mean good attacks from XXL, but Razor finally finding his groove. He's picked up a kill now, picked up 2 kills in these last couple rounds, so he's starting to play a little bit better, and that hold on the top floor also was a lot more successful. So ultimately, it's just big plays coming from IF, and I mean they've been able to bring this back a little bit. THS really putting it out there along with Serpa, 8 and 6
Attackers
kills
need to locate and
respectively.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, I think if you're XXL, you're kind of squirming here. You're kind of really hoping that you can draw this at 3-3 because, man, you've had so many rounds in your favor that you've just managed to throw away,
Attackers have located the
and
bomb.
it's kind of unlucky. But we do see the THS is fragging out here. Mello yet to get on the board, which is very interesting. But yeah, I'm really hoping to see XXL kind of put the pieces back together because it looks like the train is kind of falling off the wheels, but. I don't know.
10 seconds.
XXL apparently has 4 MNKs and a Cronus.
Oh,
5 seconds
okay.
left before insertion.
And they're down. I mean, they look like they might as well have been playing with like a Wiimote on that first map. So I don't know, man. Like you can use all the advantages you want, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to how you hone your craft and how you play the game. And this game's so much about not map knowledge as it is about fragging potential. So investigation file definitely showing that they can hang with the best one, but we will see it.
Investigation file is they are the best of them. I know that you don't know a lot about Xbox, but investigation file is definitely like the top team right now, and
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
it's just XXL. I guess I don't know really like what's happening from this attack or from XXL. I mean, to be able to get this out. How do you let that happen? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, he just barely missed Tragical. He was on such low HP. If he was even a little bit closer to that, I think he would have died. But
Razors is like out here on his redemption tour, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was the opening frag in so many of those rounds early on, and has really been kind of picking it up a little bit here, being a little bit aggressive, and yeah, the Nomad down, the Montaigne down, that's really gonna affect this push, and they're playing this a little differently, which I think is kind of interesting. They're just kind of seeding control of the white garage and making you push into the mirror, but I'm very surprised that XXL has not opted to take the Capita on this attack. Now that I look at the lineup, I think the buck is very useful, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. Serba is going to find one of the Tragical and is going to be a 3-on-5 in, we'll have Nomad down. But now, yeah, you have no smokes, you're really going to have to be pushing into these long angles with Gorilla Row. And it's going to be rough here if Bonator can't do anything. That patch drop is going to be blown up and he's going to hear that. So knowing there's somebody above him still, going to be a little bit of information, but in a 5-on-3, it's only going to help you so much. Serba's going to find the damage and the down and eventually the kill on Bonator, and that's going to be the 2 players playing outside of the garage. Gorilla Row and his teammate will be forced to carry this round. I don't know what just happened.
Razor didn't even get like knocked down at all by that air jab. Like that air jab did nothing.
I don't know, man. Razors gets the trade, gets down, but Surf is going to be all to him, and despite the fact the air jabs may not be working, investigation file is definitely working. Surf's going to find one, not going to find the second one, unfortunately, on to Serpa, but still a valiant effort. But man, investigation file really pulling this one back here. Quite impressive work, honestly, to pull this one out of the gutter, because it looked like it was really going downhill at the first couple of rounds. So
yeah,
we will see. This is the third map. This is nobody's real pick, so I don't know, but
I definitely think that IF has got. It's been a while since Consulate's, I think, been played by IF. I believe they normally like to ban it, but it's been a while since I've seen them personally play it. But I mean, that honestly means nothing because I've been out of the Xbox scene for a little bit now. Not too long, like about a week maybe, or a couple of weeks. But either way, I definitely know that Investigation File has got the strats for this map, and I would expect them to win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Just because they're IF, I'm not gonna expect them to win. But it was interesting that they were like, after looking so strong XXL in those first 2 rounds, to allow the four rounds in a row by investigation file is just honestly dumbfounding. As I mean, they looked really good in those first 2 rounds. They gave it all up.
Yeah, they just like they kind of ran out of steam. It seems like I don't know what's happening, but they definitely look like they ran out of gas and they cannot like figure out what's going wrong for them because they had the opening frags. I mean, they really had set themselves up in strong positions to win rounds, and they just found ways to throw it away. It's all kind of encompassed by that round where the Montaigne is planting alone on the other side of the map, and even though XXL ends up winning the round, it's like that type of like uncoordinated attack play is going to be really detrimental to you. And if you find somebody to punish it, like Investigation File ended up doing the last 4 rounds, you're really going to be in a rough spot here. But Investigation File on the attack now. Gonna see how they decide to attack this, because I think that they look like they're going for a little bit of a different approach here, having all these players stacked over here, but we'll see if they maybe rotate these guys off as the round progresses.
Yeah, definitely looking to see some rotates downstairs. Looks like they're going to have Vaughn play this basement, so he could possibly go for a run out or even a nitro stuff here, but with all these players stacked on the window rappel, it definitely looks like this is going to be the console take. They've got the utility to do this. It looks like Racer's going to be putting in some air jabs to cut off any rotation, and then going to go peek the yellow stairs here and see if he can't catch off the smoke. He does actually spot him, but Souza with a nice pre-fire. Well, let's take the dome right off of Razor, and it looks like Gorilla Row will be refragged out. Serpa doing some excellent work in this map. He's got 10 kills, and as he will find another one as Vaughn takes down THS, but again, trades coming in full, but another trade as Tragical rotating in through Visa will take down that Thermite. So making this a 2v3 now. Mello on top of the skylight as well as the rappel coming out on the main window. Looks like Enrico trying to hold that off, but a nice firebolt there from Mello will take off Souza and make this a 2v2 with about a minute 15 left.
Yeah, that was really good utility use there from the Capital, really pinching that guy on yellow stairs. And Surf, you're not going to be able to kind of play this for free, but they are double stacked here on that west windows. But yeah, with a minute left, the Vigil and the Jaeger, so 2 of your more fragging based operators, going to be looked and tasked with winning out this round for you. But we will see, as we know the Capital has no firebolts left. He has a couple of smokes, and the Thermite not much utility left other than those charges. But with 45 seconds left, the round is going to be drawing closer and closer to a close here. Inrio still playing up on this western window, and Vane, Mello playing up on the circle staircase. So yeah. Tragical, these guys are they're playing it passive, which I'm glad to see XL doing. Like they're playing their angles, they're being safe, and Enrio and Mello just have to push into them. 20 seconds left, stalling out more and more time, but now it's going to be up to Mello. He's going to have to get aggressive here. Find the frag, as Enrio's going to jump in, land on the goo mine. It's going to be an audible trigger. Tragical's going to find one. Mello's now into projector, going to set off the cap attack, or the Capkin is going to find the one on the Tragical, and with 1 second left, he's not going to be able to find the kill. He sees the gun barrel, but it's not going to be in time for him to get the frag. That will draw the round, and now XXL picking up a little bit of momentum here on defense potentially.
Yeah, and that's 4-3. That's our first round in 4 consecutive rounds. So trying to put some things back up on the board here as we take a quick look at the scoreboard. Mello did find his first 2 kills, so no more donut for him. And again, Serpa just fragging out right now. Allowed to be playing that Zofia and playing that Jaeger on defense, has really been able to shine and find himself 11 kills so far.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is another pivotal round here from XXL. If you can establish the momentum that you've kind of set up here, then you definitely will be in a good position to take this round, or even set yourself up in a good position. But man, I was really impressed by XXL's ability to trade out frags there on that circle push and the yellow push that Investigation File had set up. I mean, it was like you were running through it, and it was like every time it seemed like IF had found an advantage, XXL throws another body there, gets another trade, and they end up in an advantageous position. And despite the fact that the round got a little close at the end, that was really due to IF having to expend a lot of utility there, having to double up on the Capital bolts just to kill the Legion on yellow, and then you have a 2-2, and XXL played it smart. They finally kind of reined it in. They were able to just say, hey guys, just hold it, hold sight, and we'll see if we can survive, and they end up doing it. But they go down to the basement now, and I'm honestly surprised to see no Mira. They're running the solo denial again with the Bandit, this time instead of the Cade, which we saw IF do, but still no Mira here, which is a little bit questionable to me, I think. This Mira on this side is insane.
Especially since you've got like six MNKs on your team. Mira is insane, and put an ACOG behind that Mira, I mean, you can cut off a lot of rotations into the main garage. So, like you said, it's definitely questionable, and especially since she brings a Nitro Cell, it's kind of hard not to bring the Mira. But again, we're not going to see her nonetheless, as it looks like we're going to be seeing just a dual roam here on the first floor. As it looks, I mean, IF is just stacking up outside of this garage right now, and with Razor being the only one trying to clear this top floor, this could be an easy pinch here for these roamers, but not really too aware of the position of that Jackal just yet, as it looks like Razor's just trying to find anything he can. But again, like, there's no trade coming out. It doesn't look like he has very much intel either. Like, he doesn't know that Diego's here, does he? Yeah, Gorilla Rose is just playing Bench's Hall. So this should be an easy kill for the Jaeger if he's looking at it, if his timing isn't just terrible. But again, the Maestro's also been taken off the board, and it will be Gorilla Will who will find the frag. So an excellent shot there, as it's going to be Souza. He'll find a frag for himself too, leaving the last three attackers all outside of the garage. And Souza with another one. Surf will find a kill of his own, and it'll all be up to Inrio on the Thermite. Try to win this round out and prevent it from going tied 4-4. Still has a minute 15 to lurk.
Yeah, that was very interesting, because I think IF played that round really successfully somehow. Like, they were able to get both of the garages open, and even though there was a Bandit denying it, they were able to open it up and were able to kind of nullify that defensive hold for XXL. And they were at the point where all these guys were trying to push garage, and I was really thinking to myself, man, if you had a Mirror here, this would be a lot harder. But you know what? If you got the gunners on your team, it doesn't matter. Like, people are hitting their shots, people are finding their frags, and it really looks like XXL is going to draw this back even. So it is up to Inrio. We have seen him work some magic before. Nothing to the level of Vaughn or of Razors in the first map, but definitely seen him hit some nice shots. And with 28 seconds left here, I think this is almost one of those times where you call for one of those tactical timeouts. You just kind of save, you just kind of play back, but it looks like he's going to get aggressive here. Not going to hit the shots immediately on the Legion. Going to look for the trade as he rotates. They know his position now. He's trapped. You see them kind of swarming in on him. With 10 seconds left, there's going to be the run out.
10 seconds left.
And Gorilla Road's just going to sit here and be annoying, I guess.
5 seconds to go.
I don't know. 2 seconds left. Yeah, he's not going to go for the kill. Just going to be there, but Surf does find it to end it, so, you know, that's one of those unfortunate ones. You got a second left and you still die, but I don't necessarily mind that play from IF, because you kind of look like you're wobbling a little bit on your attack, but XXL pulling it back. I mean, I really would have liked to see the Mirror there, but they you know what they told me? They told me to shut the hell up. They told me we don't need it. Like, no. We'll get our frags, and
fuck
they
Mirror,
draw 4-4. Yeah, fuck Mirror.
Who needs her?
Yeah.
She's useless, bro. No one wants to. I've always been kind of. I feel like Amira is more of a PC thing, just because like her gun is kind of a pea shooter. So if you don't have the best aim in the world, then she might not be the best operator for you. But I mean, given that most of these people are MNK in this lobby, I don't really see the point of not bringing the Mira. I think Mira is a headshot machine. I personally love her on PC. I think like her gun's a laser. I think she brings so much utility as well. Shotgun, and not just the Mirror windows too, obviously. I mean, in of itself, like one of the strongest pieces of utility on defense. But the shotgun, the Nitro Cell, and like I said, the gun as well, the Vector is just a laser. So I don't really see the point in not bringing a Mira for the bottom sub floor, but either way, they don't really
10
need
seconds to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely agree with you. I think if there are so many MNKs in this lobby, then I think I see what you're saying with the console type thing. If you're playing on a controller, it definitely is a little bit harder to get those timings down because it's all about like that quick peek with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vector to just go out there, get your kill, and come back into safety. But I think on console it's just more difficult. But and sometimes it's not even possible to get those timings right. But yeah, it's a little bit questionable. But at the same time, you know what they said, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter. So. We will see the early deployal of these nomads here, and with 30 seconds going to the round, I think pretty standard standard setup here, and kind of standard operator picks. We're going to see the Lion, which is definitely going to be pretty strong in this lobby take, considering sometimes the amount of roamers some people take. But the Ella is something we saw banned last map. We are going to see it played now, and I'm interested to see where they have her set up. It does look they have the shotgun like you said they would, and yeah, this makes sense to me. Having her play up and projector to protect that main area entrance it's an insanely strong position. If you give her the utility she needs, that shotgun can definitely mow some people down, and we will see if she's able to survive long enough as the Dokkaebi call comes out.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first call here from Razor. Is he's gonna try to push his way in through the Visa and see if he can't find any straggling roamers. But it looks like he's done some droning out, and oh, he's just gonna fry out Gorilla Row and go right for the camera steal. So a nice shot there by Razor with the SMG 12. Yes, that's what that one is. But that FO12. Again, a lot of trades coming out today. Vaughn will take down THS, but I mean, he will get downed off by, I believe it was THS or possibly even Vayne or Mello. You know, you got me saying his name like Vayne, but definitely a good trade there. It looks like they don't know that the Ella has been downed, but it looks like the Lion call will give away his position, as it's going to be a quick double kill there from Investigation File and leaving it all up to the Maestro and the Mute. So definitely not looking very good here for the defense, as Surf is going to get droned out here. Going to be wasting a lot of his clip there on the drone, so ultimately not the best use of the mag, but some missed shots from Tragical will allow the Lion to escape with his life and possibly allow him to kill the Mute as well, as he's going to be the last one alive. He will take down Razor with that shotgun, and we're going to see if he can't go for another one here, but on such low HP, it looks like he's getting flanked from the spiral stairs as well. So not really much that the Mute can do, as he's been pushed all the way down to Banana, and we'll try to pull out the shotgun and see if he can't go for the pre-fire, but Mello is there. All he needed to do was hit one, maybe two bullets under the chest, and he will kill off that Mute.
Yeah, it was really a nice round there from IF to kind of steady the ship for them, because I think things are definitely wavering, and yeah, that was it kind of snowballed out of control there. It looked like they got that opening pick, the nice shot onto the Legion, and then from there it just kind of fell apart rather quickly. Like they weren't able to maintain upper control, and then it was all up to your guy playing on the banana position and then onto circle desk, and those positions are nearly indefensible when you have no control upstairs and you have nobody really watching a long angle. I was a little bit surprised to see the Maestro with the hollow because of the angles you can play on that site, but you know, personal preference, I guess. You do what you got to do, but we will see XXL going back upstairs, and we will see the Dokkaebi again. So maybe picking up a little bit of that utility. They think that it was rather strong, and I honestly can't blame them. The Dokkaebi and the Line is such a tried and true combination, and obviously not as good as it used to be, but still, it's something that could be kind of abused here if people are playing off-site or they're playing in weaker angles. So, yeah, I'm interested to see if Investigation File has the coordination to do this, because I think that's honestly the hardest part of this composition is if you can coordinate your Dokkaebi and your Lion, you're almost an unstoppable force. But a little bit of missed timings or missteps, and you're really in a bad spot.
10 seconds to go.
So, the upstairs hold, I think, is one that XXL definitely can and has shown that they are capable of defending, but I don't know. I think that Investigation File with this utility has a chance to really unseat this and put themselves in a position to take the map. But
yeah, it should be interesting. I'm looking to see some It looks like we got a big roam game going on right now. We got 2 people in basement, 1 person in like near Visa stairs, so not really roaming, I guess. But yellow stairs, surf is in bathroom, so looks like the attack is gonna come out from the admin, and some pre-fires will come out from Inrio as he's gonna be droning himself in, but. Again, with this pulse downstairs, you gotta be careful of where you stand because a nitro cell can come flying up at a moment's notice, and if it does land onto that line, that's a pretty big kill early on here. As the first EE1D will come out from Inrio, and not gonna be seeing it. Looks like a Dokubi call also was used by Razor. He's actually gonna use one more and possibly push into the meeting room here. Gonna set up the flank drone first here as. Again, just some intel just being gathered by investigation file before they make this push.
Yeah, interesting to see them use that C4 early. Gonna get the pre-fire from Razor, but not gonna land the shots. Now he knows he's there. Gonna smoke off the cross, play a little bit more safe, and kind of cordon off that bomb site. But yeah, they've gotten a lot of control here rather early. Inrio unfortunately disconnects, and that is actually massive. That is the lion down.
Yeah.
And now. With a minute and 15 seconds left in this map, Gorilla Rose is going to find another one. It's going to be a 5-on-3, and all of a sudden that disconnect could really swing the tide here. Razor finds one, not going to find a second here with the MK14, but he's playing aggressive here.
Oh!
Going to get C4 from below. That sneaky pulse finally coming in play and getting the C4 kill. He's not going to be able to find the damage onto the player on the balcony window, but actually going to finally get a kill with the pistol. And Vominator just going off here. It's going to be all up to Mello on the Nomad with 45 seconds left, and man, that round looks so much different if the line doesn't disconnect, I think, and it's really unfortunate. And Tragical is just going to end that in probably the most unfortunate way for Mello, and man, that's actually massive thinking about it. It's now 5-5, and it's wow, that's really going to swing the series, I think.
Hold on, time.
No problem.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think that's gonna definitely swing the series. This Rios is definitely gonna be interesting because whether or not
site, like it was more like XXL just gunned down IF when they needed to, and yeah, we'll see. This is definitely like a big momentum round here. If you can,
it might be nice if I let you guys see what's going on. My bad. I bet I'm just like I'm hyper focused on something else. So my bad.
But yeah, I think if whoever wins this round is gonna definitely have a lot of confidence to round 12 because come off a long rehost, and it's just if you're able to pick it up where you kind of left it, then you're gonna be in a good position.
Yeah, if you're XXL, you need to pick this round off exactly where you left off, and you need to get a win here. Because I think if investigation file gets the round here, I think it's over for XXL. If they bring it to overtime or not, I think that investigation file would be in a strong spot. And like investigation file just traditionally gets better as the match goes on. So if you're XXL, you definitely don't want this to go to overtime. You need to win this round, and you need to win the next round. So if they can't do that, then I feel like IF will take this in overtime. But again, it's still anybody's game. Like, I mean, I could be completely wrong. So it's just my prediction, okay?
I definitely think that, like, no, you're right though. Like this is a round where you don't want to let somebody get a hot hand, and if they do, then you're really going to be in trouble here because everybody's kind of starting cold again. Like you weren't able to go get any practice in. Like you were just sitting there waiting for the lobby to start up again. So yeah, this is with a minute gone by. Not really doing anything too crazy here. Getting a nice hold onto this yellow stairs, but Gorilla Rogue has kind of been the X factor here. It seems like he's going to be double roaming here with the Vigil. They're going to get aggressive here onto the circle desk, and he's going to get Nomaded back. So it's definitely going to be an audio cue here. Tragical is going to fall back and play off of him for the trade potentially. And I want to see XXL pick up that trade potential again.
Yeah.
Because they showed that they have been, and Razor's actually going to get a nice frag there on the Tragical. So Gorilla Rogue going to be tasked with the refrag here as...
I think my game crashed. No, we're good. Okay,
we're back. We're back. All right.
It's good. I've got some pretty bad internet, being on like an apartment, but either way, with Gorilla Rose still being inside of the main lobby here, he's gonna be able to get a nice pick above. and take down the Buck. So there's going to be a couple of trades coming back and forth as a nice pick there from Vaughn to take down THS, and some more air jabs are going to get set flying off as Surf is going to rotate back down the yellow stairs, and going to give this top floor back control to the attackers, as it's going to be a swift double kill there from Investigation File, leaving it all up to Surf. Going to be going for a few shots there onto the Zofia, but the Nomad will just walk down the stairs. Razor on that operator that we know he loves so much will take down Surface. Please don't tell me you're rehosting. Oh my god, man. What are you doing, man? Why are you, we just had a rehost. Why are you rehosting again? Oh my god.
You know, sometimes it'd be like that. It's the life. But yeah, that honestly looked like it could have been the round there for XXL. Like, we had a little bit of the lag out, but we saw whoever was playing the Jaeger get a nice frag there onto the player in piano, and then he could have had the secondary shots onto the player playing lower spiral stairs, but was not able to hit them. And then the double kill from the player out by car in front of garage just really kind of sealed the deal there, as it kind of fell apart there for Investigation Files. So the rehost potentially, you know, benefiting XXL again, as it looked like they kind of got caught off guard. But
Protect your
we will definitely see
by attackers.
coming back into it as, man, I don't know. Like, that round definitely looked strong from Investigation File, like you were kind of saying, and if they're not able to maintain that momentum that they had, then it definitely could benefit XXL a lot.
Yeah, definitely a big momentum shifter for Investigation File now being on match point. It definitely doesn't look good for XXL, as they're the ones that are now on the ropes, and so they're gonna need to bring it together now here and try to figure out a way to get over that first round loss after the rehost. Since they are rehosting again, I don't think it should be that hard. I mean, if they don't win this round, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Like, this just makes it harder for me. Like, I got to do all this dumb shit again.
At least you don't have to invite both teams. You know, they learned their lesson. They stayed in the lobby, so
Yeah.
it definitely could be worse.
What an advance here. Oh, I got to do all this dumb shit again, man. All right, like, what was this again? Like, I don't, like all that matters are the last 3 rounds. So
Right, yeah.
it's 6-5.
Right,
So
6-5 for one.
I think it was XXL won the first round, right? And then
They
XXL,
won 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then finally IF won the lobby attack.
Yeah. And then they won upstairs, and then they lost basement.
Yeah, they won upstairs, and then they lost basement. Yes. Garage. No. IF1, yes.
Yeah, I have one garage stick, so.
So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's the math is not working, adding up right now.
No. It was 4-2 first half.
Yeah, so it was
4-2 for orange.
It was blue, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so you're good
So
there.
I'm good there, yeah. And then
4-3 is what you're looking at now, and then 4-4 is the next one.
4-4. 5-4. 6-4. Or no, it was 5-5.
Yeah.
It was 5-5
Okay, there you go.
on I guess the top floor, and then 6-5
Yeah,
because
that's
orange
right.
won. That should be right. All right, let's just hope. I mean, that was perfect timing. Everyone's back in. I'm just gonna start this again. So, okay, the score's right, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, that's half the battle is doing math on stream.
They'll call you out. You'll be like, dude, this guy's like, I got my fucking PhD in math, dude. You're doing it all wrong.
You're not wrong, bro. You gotta subtract this. You gotta subtract the 6 and then add the 2, and then you gotta carry over the 1. But it looks like they're gonna be going downstairs again. We have 2 random picks. One of them is the Mira, which I like, and the other one's the Frost. I imagine the Frost will get 6 picked if Sosa is here. Yeah, he is here. So. No, it looks like I gotta set it up, right? But I mean, I've got no clue.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely correct because they lost the basement tick and they should be able to go back. So I don't know if the mirror was an accident. If it was an accident, then they kind of lucked out, I think. But
Oh yeah.
if they don't know how to play with it, then it definitely could be a detriment to them. Thinking about it, I definitely think it was an accident because Tragical has been one of their main roamers this game, and him playing the mirror doesn't make a lot of sense. But maybe we'll see like a roaming mirror today, and change the entire siege world, take it by storm. But yeah, I think had that rehouse not come out, I would have definitely expected to see IF take the map on what would have been this last round. But now I think it's really up in the air here. Like, if you're looking at it from the side of XXL, you really have kind of gotten a second lease on life. You've been able to get the rehost here, and now you're able to kind of slow the momentum and definitely have a chance to take it back. So I'm interested to see how they play with this mirror because it's something they haven't taken their entire defensive hold, and
Attackers are moving out to locate
we will see how they.
Oh, we got the preacher strats going on here. That's what I like to see. See, that's how you win the round right here. They've already won the round because they're implementing the preacher. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
Do you know who the preacher is? I know.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
I know you know, and we know that I know, but it looks like Gorilla. Oh, could he go undroned here? Is Serpa the best droner, or is he gonna look over him? I think he saw him.
I think you saw the gun barrel.
I think they spotted him out, so I think the Legion is gonna rotate. Yeah, he'll rotate back downstairs. So a good call from Gorilla to rotate back downstairs. So no roamers now from XXL, as looks like a Nitro Cell is just Tragical, just waiting for the holes to start to get opened up. It looks like him and Vaughn both have Nitro Cells here. They're both ready for this Buck to open up the floor. Looks like he's actually gonna pre-place it and wait for the Buck to try to go for this angle, but that was just a bad spot. Like he just didn't know the right spot to put it. So that could have actually gotten a kill if he put it in the middle of the hallway and not like towards the edge. But I mean, either way, a nice try there from the Mira, as another Nitro Cell will get run through, and it's just 2 quick kills from Investigation File, and looking like they're gonna wrap up this match with a nice little bow here. Unless they throw this round, which is again very possible. It looks like Tragical and the Mira is going to be going for the rotate upstairs as he's trying to find the Twitch drone, and he finally will. But again, some nice angles being held here as it looked as though Surf was just unable to see the angle from above, and that's going to put Tragical in the 1v5 situation. He will find one onto Serpa. He will take the down onto Razor as well, but THS on that angle on White Pipe, so the second rehost just useless for investigation, or for XXL, and that will be Investigation File who will end up taking the map and the series score of 2-1. So a lot closer, I believe, than a lot of people may have thought, but either way, it will go in favor of the Investigation File. So
yeah. I think that Investigation File able to maintain their momentum, and overall just playing a little bit more sound and